to tag up. Now they're going to shift out a couple of players. There's Christian Fisher on the move for Arizona. He'll chip and chase. Petrovic locking him up in the corner. Arizona doing a good job to pin things behind the Stars net. So you can see they're trying to create that cycle possession. There's Borgman trying to tie things up as well.
Yeah, their new head coach wants that. They want to be a team that's hungry. They want to be dogged on the puck, and they really want to be aggressive all over the ice.
There's a rolling puck down the middle of the Arizona end. Ty Dellandrea trying to pick up speed for the Stars. Andre Torini, the new head coach of the Arizona Coyotes, as Sevy just mentioned. Things rattle out to neutral. As Despair takes over for Arizona. He'll float it back in. Klingberg first on the scene looking for the puck. He's locked up here now. Full check by Oko Imama. Boxer for Dallas, angles it in. Boxer gets it back after Jamie Benn was able to punch it around. Things will squirt free to the far side. Just over 3 minutes into our first period. No score. We're at the El Paso County Event Center in El Paso, Texas. Busy week for the hockey fans here. The Stanley Cup has been in town. Alumni from both teams, the Coyotes and the Stars, have been in town. Learning to play programs have been going on. Centering feed from Sagan rolling through the blue paint. He's getting now for the Stars. No loft one on net. That one swallowed up by Kozhinash. Face-off back inside the Arizona end.
You know, in Canada, we have a saying. Where I'm from, after we have a quick look at this goal here, or this opportunity by the Dallas Stars, it's just funneled from the defensive posture. The Stars jumping and making some effective forechecking. We had mascots, Stanley Cups, clinics throughout the city here in El Paso. And as we mentioned off the top of the show, Brian, this is a very passionate hockey town, and they've been loving every minute of it.
Shane Doan, one of those Coyotes alumni players that has been here, he was pretty flabbergasted at the different jerseys for the Rhinos, the different themes they've had, the number of people wearing the Rhino jerseys, the local junior team around the El Paso market. And he said there's, as you said, serious passion and a serious thirst for hockey, and obviously a sold-out crowd here in the event center to take this one in. Puck bounces in front. Clayton Keller trying to make something happen. A one-timer from the high slot, blockered away by Ottinger. It's reloaded again here at the point. Babushkin on that one-time drive. Peterson trying to relay things off to some open ice. Alexander Radulov lurking for the Stars. Line change on both sides as it rolls free down inside the Dallas zone. Petrovic gets a hold. Sweet quickly played it off the boards to himself, but could not clear it out to neutral ice. Regained by Fisher, and now here's Travis Boyd. Boyd, one of 14 newcomers on this Arizona team from last season. Fisher sends the puck in front. It ends up on the near side. Pavelski couldn't locate it. Fisher back for the Coyotes. Rolls it in front, swatted away by Ottinger. Pavelski tries to free it up. Batted out to center ice by Maverick Borg.
You know that the Coyotes are going to be aggressive. You got to be careful in the neutral zone, as we saw in the last play. Babushkin jumps up, and that created an odd man rush for the Dallas Stars.
Coyotes regaining inside their own end. Here's a long bounce pass up the right side. It was mishandled by Carconi. Arizona reloads, and now they will force it down behind the Stars net. Dellandrea hustling back defensively. Koppel trying to shield things away from Carconi. Suter being pestered by Unique. Coyotes hold it in. A quick shot from the line is deflected out of play. A little chatting between Unique and Suter after the whistle. 6 minutes into our opening period, no score. It's going to be a lively crowd. Two players come together. They always seem to get a little anxious here in an event like this, and that's exactly what we're seeing.
Like I was saying, in my hometown and in Western Canada, we have a name for an arena, a slang. It's called a barn. And that's literally what we are sitting here. That's what it started out to be, an equestrian center, a barn. Literally a barn. There's heaters up top in the roof, and that's why Craft Hockey was here with the money. They had some roof work that had to be done, especially insulation on there. You can imagine the heat here in El Paso and in Texas. So they come in, infuse some money, and what a great facility this is now. This is now for this junior team that plays here.
Jay Beagle winning the draw for the Coyotes. We've got a stoppage in play, penalty called. It's going to be a cross-checking minor. And it looks like it will be Dennis Gurianov who will take a seat for the Dallas Stars. So power play upcoming for the Arizona Coyotes. We'll see if the first scoring opportunity of the game can really pop forward.
We're getting a nice look at these jerseys out here for the El Paso Rhinos. I love these, Brian. I think these are awesome. I love the look. When they first started out, they wanted to be called the Fire Ants. The coach and the organizer wanted Fire Ants. They went away on a trip with their youth hockey team. They got destroyed. So they said, we can't call them the Fire Ants, so they went with the Rhinos, and I think they made the right decision on that. All the way from the youth hockey, all the way up, it's the Rhinos, and the kids just starting out, the 8 or 9-year-olds, they can start playing youth hockey here for the Rhinos and try to work their way all the way up to the junior team, the El Paso Wranglers, or I'm sorry, the El Paso Rhinos, who at one point were national champions.
Corey Herman is the owner of the El Paso Rhinos team. He played professional hockey here in El Paso in the early 2000s and ended up staying here. He said created a youth hockey program, and it was actually one of the kids from that team that gave him the idea for the Rhinos name. He told us because they went to a tournament and they absolutely got roughed up. I mean, it was not a good showing for them, and you know, the young player said, we can't be the Fire Ants. We need to change the name after what just happened. It's going to be a power play here for the Arizona Coyotes. 2 minutes cross-checking against Dennis Gurianov and the Dallas Stars. No score in our first period here in El Paso. And this preseason matchup between Dallas and Arizona. Fourth preseason game for both of these teams. Arizona is 3-0 on the preseason right now. Dallas 0-1-2. A loss to the St. Louis Blues and then a pair of losses to the Florida Panthers. Arizona, meanwhile, has beaten LA in a couple of games against the Anaheim Ducks entering this one. Stars get the better end of the face-off. Petrovic will bounce at the length of the ice. Gostisbehere goes back to retrieve. Glenn Denning lurking around. He's a newcomer for the Dallas Stars this season. Signing a 2-year, $3 million contract. Dallas GM Jim Nill in the offseason. The Coyotes want to set up shop. Next here by Keller. To Gostisbehere. He'll risk one through traffic and scores. It was deflected in front, redirected on Jake Ottinger, so a power play goal has given Arizona the early 1-0 lead. 6:39 into our first period.
Sorry, Brian. Shane Gostisbehere, one of the new faces here with the Arizona Coyotes, and this is why he's brought here to do this. He's got some great offensive flair. He will be quarterbacking the power play. Look at this. This is just a little snapshot towards the net. The big man Kraus was in front of Oct.04 and finds its way toward the cage, and that gives the Arizona Coyotes this 1-0 lead.
Gostisbehere, a pretty potent offensive defenseman with the Philadelphia Flyers, but the production has dropped off in the last couple of years. He's one of a few veteran players looking to bounce back, revive his career a little bit in Arizona. A player like Louis Eriksson looking to do the same thing. As the Stars begin their transition play through center, Jacob Peterson. He's a young player for Stars head coach Rick Bowness, who has seen a lot of action in the preseason. This is his third preseason game. Suter relays it up. Radulov will tip it in. Gostisbehere waits behind the Coyotes net. credit Gostisbehere with the goal. Keller picking up the assist on that power play strike. Oh, here's Maverick Bourque. Gonna weave his way through traffic, floats it in. Tufte couldn't get there in time for the Stars. Keller takes it back for the Coyotes. Tufte pestering him. Olnav trying to skate it out. Soderstrom misplayed the puck. Pavelski for the Stars regaining. Pavelski, the veteran on this line, working with two youngsters in Tufte and Bourque. Tufte holding right now. A low shot put away by Kozhinash. Coyotes will clear things out to neutral.
Real nice job by the Dallas Stars coming out. Pavelski and his group forechecked effectively, throw the pucks in, trying to create something, especially after a goal against on the penalty kill. You want to come out and kind of build some momentum back to your squad.
Thomas Harley for the Stars will dump it in. Landry now protecting in the trapezoid. Crowd building up on top of the puck. It's handled here by Michael Raffel. Well, the puck stripped away. It skips its way out to neutral ice, and a scrum back on top. Taken back by Mooser of Arizona. Well, he'll retreat back to his end of the ice again. Pass to Dmitry Yashkin. Dropping it off to Boyd. Next here at the center of the line by Mooser. A shot knocked down by Ottinger. He'll pounce on the loose puck. Giving us a stoppage and a faceoff back inside the Dallas zone. 1-0 score. As we're not quite 9 minutes into our first period here at the El Paso County Event Center.
On this replay here, real nice job by the Coyotes. You know, they want to be a team that works hard along the boards. They're building their roster. Bill Armstrong, again, talked about this team being hungry, and that means along the boards, in front of the net, finishing checks. Everybody can do it, and head coach Andre Tourigny, he wants to see that from everybody within his lineup, and on that play there, because of some dogged work, creates an opportunity.
Jamie Benn wins the faceoff for the Stars. Here's Guryanov chugging up the right side. And horseshoes it around to Benn. In by Suter, now Guryanov in there. Mama picking away at his skates, looking to free it up. Jamie Benn takes it away, centering in front. The pass was just behind Guryanov, and here's a rush up ice as it's picked up by Carcone. Tipping it in front to Mama, couldn't settle it down, but an off-balance Jake Ottinger could not locate it. The puck ended up in the net. The light went on, but immediately waved off by the referee behind the cage. That was Gord Dwyer, wiping things out immediately, Seven.
Another opportunity here, an outnumbered rush. What a pass across the ice. But because Yamama is a left-handed shot, was unable to curtail that. You're going to watch the kicking motion as it comes in right there. Yeah, definitely the left skate directs that puck, and you can direct the puck into the net, but you can't swing at it. And right there, pretty obvious.
Ilya Lyubushkin with the effort that was canceled out by the referee. So it stays 1-0, 10.5 to play in the first. Dog pile on top of the puck. Finally, it squirts free to Soderstrom. A wrap around the end wall of the Stars zone. Petrovic under pressure, leaving this one to Peterson. Petrovic again out to center. And the spring Sagan is. Puck was tipped behind him, but recovers. Now Radulov on the side of the net has it jabbed away. Peterson again handling. Here's Borgman coming in, working with Sagan now. Puck rattles free in front. The Coyotes will gather it in and pressure things out to center.
Stars are getting a little bit more of sustained pressure to our left in Arizona's end, where Arizona, it's more like enter, create, get pucks toward the net. No sustained time, but again, Stars unable to get that initial goal.
Eagle leaving it to Mooser, and now this is Keller tipping it in. Handling free to Bourque as he shouldered off the puck. Now another stoppage. The net behind Jake Ottinger coming loose, so that'll give us a timeout on the ice with 9:21 left in the first period. It's a 1-0 lead for the Arizona Coyotes on a power play goal here in El Paso. Kraft Hockeyville alive and well.
there is hockey in Latin America, and they have the passion that we all have here in North America for this game. Anytime they have an opportunity to bring out their flag and cheer for their country, they're going to do it.
Hockey's definitely changing. We're seeing a lot more diversity, and it's exciting.
Hockey es para todos.
This one's for every NHL fan who spends more time yelling "shoot" than singing their team's goal song. You've compromised enough. Pepsi Zero Sugar.
If you've got a passion for pumpkin, you've got to pick these up. Our new Pumpkin Cream Cold Brew topped with velvety pumpkin cream cold foam, delicious pumpkin spice signature latte, and perfectly pumpkin donuts, munchkins treats, and more. That's how we pumpkin at Dunkin'. America runs on Dunkin'.
All I can say is absolutely wow. What a pass and what a goal. Wow, well stopped. Incredible goaltending. He scores! Unbelievable!
All the news, scores, stats, and highlights. If it's hockey, it's here. The official app of the NHL.
El Paso, Texas is where we are tonight for this preseason matchup between the Dallas Stars and the Arizona Coyotes. Sevy Rick Bowness probably not enjoying this 1-0 deficit his Dallas Stars team is dealing with right now.
Yeah, for Rick Bowness, a veteran of these type of games, many years as an assistant coach, he's really done a good job with this squad through the bubble, and obviously everything that went on last year with COVID and trying to work through it. This team has faced a ton of adversity with injuries. We had the snow out in Dallas as well. That was trouble, and he found a way to push through, but still, it fell short in playoffs last season.
It was Shane Gostisbehere that gave the Arizona Coyotes this 1-0 lead on the power play goal, and now a puck out of play has essentially stopped things with 9:02 to go in our first period.
What a wonderful job they've done with the money that they've got from Kraft and the Hockeyville people. Like I said, fixing the roof was their major priority, and literally they had holes in the ceiling of this building, Brian, and that's not good when you're trying to keep the air cool. They added a breezeway. They updated the bathrooms. You can see the facilities really turned into a nice spot for everybody. And I know the Stars were complimenting the ice here in this building for the small rink.
Here's a shot off the faceoff by Harley that scores. So the Dallas Stars evening things up as the rookie Thomas Harley, it might have been redirected in front, Sevy, but Dallas has equalized things just like that.
Yeah, there was a lot going on in that sequence, but a real good job by the Dallas Stars off the face-off, and the youngster Harley will get it on the one. It could have hit.
That might have been unique in front for Arizona that it glanced off of.
After the shot, that's what you want to do as a defenseman. You want to funnel it to the puck as quickly as you can. You notice that Harley didn't move, just collected it and sent toward the cage, and with bodies in front, it finds its way through.
That was Maverick Bourque who won the faceoff cleanly to Harley. The first-round pick for Dallas just a year ago in 2020. So, a young player that is looking for opportunities, and he is taking advantage of one there. Stars with nearly a dangerous turnover in front of their own net. Now a tie-up deep in their zone. Thomas Harley, a couple of defensemen getting in on the scoring, Sevy. Gostisbehere for Arizona beginning things, and then Thomas Harley.
It's so important in the NHL. You're working these high-to-low plays or plays off face-offs, and everybody's getting to the front of the net.
There's another opportunity from the blue line off the stick of like Soderstrom. Galchenyuk trying to hold it in. Instead, he has to take it back in his own zone. So Arizona off the change. They'll loft it in. John Klingberg getting there first. Now Ryan Suter. John Klingberg has been playing with Esa Lindell for the last few years in Dallas. Ryan Suter minted as his new partner by head coach Rick Bowness from the start of training camp. Coyotes doing a good job to create some chaos below the face-off dots in this first period. Another centering feed from behind the net. Had scored it in front. Ty Dellandrea falling down on top of the puck, trying to keep it pinned between his skates. Rolls out to the blue line. Suter looking to hold it in. Unable to do so. The arm up by the linesman. So Arizona with an opportunity to clear.
Stars again have done a nice job. Once that puck gets underneath the circles, they're really forcing that puck and pushing it towards the net and forcing some tough saves.
Steered in by Peterson. Sagan and Radulov hunting for it. Coyotes break that pressure. It's handled here by Mooser. Turned over. Right up in the corner again. Mooser falling down on top of the puck. Squirts towards the front of the net. Here's Radulov off balance with a backhand chance, and it was turned aside by Kozhinash. So rolled down back inside the Dallas zone. 6.5 to go. An even hockey game here in period 1. Fed up ice, but caught off by Miro Haskin into the Stars. So he'll go back and forth with Harley. Leads it forward to Gurianov with speed. Lean towards the net. Now trying to feed it out to the slot. Radek Faksa was coming in as the trailer, but couldn't get the shot off. And he poked it away on the second opportunity. Now Labushkin back in for Arizona. His opportunity glancing off the skates of Harley.
Again, so difficult for Arizona to get anything going as the Stars making sure everybody's coming back and protecting their blue line.
Victor Soderstrom holding this one. Feed to Amama. Snapped away by Harley. And he'll turn back the opposite way. Crossing to Tufte. Only Tufte has had a good showing in a couple of preseason games for the Dallas Stars. Unique taking over for Arizona. A chance in front, butterflied away by Ottinger. Lindbergh possessing for the Stars. Cross ice feed behind Borg, tomahawked in. It's going to be covered by Kozhinash. Freezing play for the Arizona Coyotes. 5 minutes left in our first period. It's a 1-1 hockey game between Dallas and Arizona. The mascots on both sides out here for this Kraft Hockeyville event.
What's the difference between good and great? Good treats you like a customer. Great treats you like a friend. From saving your haircut details and clip notes to saving you time with online check-in, Great Clips makes your life easier, just like a great friend should. Great Clips, it's gonna be great. What's the difference between good and great? Good tries to get it right every time. Great actually does. With Clip Notes, we save your haircut details so you always get exactly the look you want. Great Clips. It's gonna be great.
This one's for every hockey fan who saw more hat tricks from the magician at their kid's birthday party than by their favorite team. You've compromised enough. Pepsi Zero Sugar.
Pumpkin lovers, there's a whole new spin on pumpkin to love at Dunkin'. With our new Pumpkin Cream Cold Brew, topped with velvety pumpkin cream cold foam, or a pumpkin spice signature latte. That's how we pumpkin at Dunkin'. America runs on Dunkin'.
NHLShop.com, the official online store of the National Hockey League, and the world's largest selection of officially licensed NHL fan gear. With unique one-of-a-kind designs by Fanatics, Adidas, and all the latest styles for every NHL team. Don't miss out. Shop now and get today's special offer. NHLShop.com, a Fanatics experience.
Welcome back to the 2020 edition of Kraft Hockeyville in El Paso, Texas. A lot of areas in downtown El Paso have been enjoying this as we get ready for a puck drop in the Coyotes zone. 1-1 hockey game right now. A power play goal from Arizona. Shane Gostisbehere buried that one, and a penalty right off the hop. Interference will be the call. Thomas Harley, the equalizer for the Dallas Stars. And it looks like the penalty is going to be against Labushkin of Arizona. So the Coyotes capitalized on their first power play chance. Sevy. Can the Dallas Stars do the same and take their first lead of this hockey game?
You know, we spent a lot of time watching the Dallas Stars in camp, and their top two power play units could be deadly. If they can stay healthy, they have the ability with everybody in the lineup to be able to spread it out, move that puck around. It's been very effective to watch in preseason.
It's Ben Sagan, Gurionov up front, Suter and Heiskanen on the back end for the start of this power play for Dallas. The Stars maintain possession inside the offensive zone. Arizona's been pretty good on the penalty kill in the preseason, however, 13 of 15 through their 3 preseason games so far. Here's a one-time effort from Sagan, denied, and the rebound chance for Ben was swatted away.
And you got some newcomers in Jay Beagle and Antoine Roussel starting that penalty kill unit off. Again, with so much changeover, Arizona fans are going to see different looks both on the power play and shorthanded.
There really have been a lot of changes on this Coyotes squad, as you said. Suter holding and now leaving it to Ben. Suter again. Ben will drift down into the corner. Suter leaving it to Sagan, across ice feed to Heiskanen, now Suter. Heiskanen's one-timer off the bar on the short side. Heiskanen regains Suter. There's some pressure from Clayton Keller, but the Stars maintain control. Here's a rising one-timer from Gurionov that's blocked. Lawson Krause will clear it out the other way.
Stars are using the bumper position a little bit more in camp, and you can see right there that Gurionov is the guy they're trying to feed, and what an opportunity, though, by the defenseman Heiskanen on the one-time shot.
35 seconds left in this man advantage for the Dallas Stars. Arizona will clear it the opposite way.
Retrievals are so important on the power play. The Stars' second unit here has not been able to garner that puck in this particular power play.
John Klingberg carrying things down low. Peterson holding for the Stars. The rookie getting some extended looks on the power play as well. Behind the net, touched in front. Radulov's one-timer denied. The puck loose and a scramble play in front. Finally, play whistle dead as Kozhinosh had him protected underneath him. And the crowd gathers in front as, with the delayed whistle, Sevy, you start to get the hacking and whacking looking for that loose puck.
Yeah, right there is a perfect indication of what the Stars are trying to do. Went down low. They see Radulov, who backs off. Nice little pass by Pavelski. And Kozhinosh had to be very strong with that one. You can see the Stars converging. Yeah, they've been really working on that bump play, both sides, trying to open up some more offense and create some more offense. As you know, this Dallas Stars team has struggled finishing off plays. They'll get plenty of opportunities, but finishing them has been difficult over the past several years.
Another drive off the faceoff, this time by Borgman, swallowed up by Kozhinosh. Josef Kozhinosh brought over in the Aiden Hill trade with the Arizona Coyotes. A couple of draft picks thrown in there as well from the San Jose Sharks. He was 18 of 19 in the Coyotes' first preseason game against the Los Angeles Kings. 6'1", 185-pound goaltender. Arizona does have Carter Hutton. Could he be their #1 goaltender? As they're not going to get a penalty for interference against the Stars. But the same way that the Dallas Stars have essentially 4 NHL goaltenders on their training camp roster, kind of the question of who will it be for Arizona, and Kozhinosh is one of those goaltenders that has been getting his extended looks in the preseason with another power play coming up for the Coyotes.
I was talking to Corey Schwab here before the game about Kozhinosh, and not a big goaltender as in huge. Goaltenders now really big, and they're going to have a look at all their goaltenders. Again, they're trying to sort it out themselves after losing 3 of their goaltenders from last year. That is pretty much unheard of, and so they're going to have to find a way to find someone in the back end to help them out.
Coyotes with control off the draw. They scored on their first power play chance to open the scoring in this contest. Radek Foxable skated in for Dallas, and a quick chance off the rush deflected out of play. It was off the stick of Gostisbehere, and he was the one who opened up the scoring here with that power play strike.
Right, it hasn't been great here. We've seen all kinds of fans, right? I think that's what's really surprised me is the number of fans around it. Not just Arizona fans and not just Dallas Stars fans.
There's a variety of jerseys we see here.
We see kids with a mixture of Stars and Vegas and Arizona jerseys and hats and face masks even. So you can tell they watch their hockey, and A lot of people here and fans have watched us as well with the Stars broadcast.
Saw a couple walk in. One person was wearing a University of Illinois hockey jersey, the other wearing a Minnesota hockey jersey. So United States college hockey being represented as well. 1:15 to go in the power play for Arizona. Just over 2 minutes remaining in our first period, tie game. Dallas pokes it free, but Galchenyuk regaining for the Coyotes. That's Galchenyuk. 2 seasons ago, he was with this Arizona team. He never sold his house. He's been renting it out, so he signs his professional tryout agreement as we have another interference penalty handed out. But he's already got a place to live when he comes back. It'll be Gostisbehere who takes the seat for interference. Leave the ice open. That mandate has been set pretty clearly, Sevy, in this first period. Our third interference minor handed out, as we will have about a minute to 4-on-4 hockey before the Dallas Stars get an abbreviated man advantage of their own.
And I know organizations are looking at their guys and they're trying to figure out exactly what, if the players can play on the team, or what is the role that they will have within the team. But also for the players, it's the timing. It really does take some time to get up to game shape, whether it's on the power play or penalty killing in practice. You just don't have the same intensity. And for guys like Jamie Benn, Sagan, Keller, they need these reps to get better and get themselves up to speed.
Well, you mentioned Tyler Sagan's name. A quick look right off the faceoff. And absorbed by Kozhinash. Sagan and Benn up front. Harley and Haskin on the back end for the 4-on-4 stint. Christian Fischer getting the better end of the draw against Sagan. Soderstrom working. Stars forcing the turnover. Here's Sagan. Beating Ben in the slot, trying to weave through traffic. Ran out of real estate, but carries it behind, forces it in front, and scores! Tyler Sagan with a poke at the loose puck, and it squirts in. So a 2-1 lead for Dallas in the 4-on-4 stretch.
Now that was a stick handling display, a thing of beauty, Brian. Jamie Benn, the Dallas Stars are going to try him up the middle a little bit this season, a little bit more. Look at this. Finds his way, sifts through the Arizona team's defense, and then runs out of real estate, and it's the wraparound right there. So good at that. And the goaltender, Coronash, trying to reach across, could not get that left pad to seal off the left post.
Tyler Sagan gave a little bit of a poke there at the end, as you mentioned, the wraparound from Ben. But it looks like they will credit Jamie Benn on the goal. Arizona has to reload at center ice. Just dumped in by Krause. So a minute to go in our opening frame. 2-1 lead for the Dallas Stars after Arizona scored the opening goal. He's getting his feet out to center off the skates of Joe Pavelski. Played up to Antoine Roussel, the former Dallas Star. Spent the first 6 seasons of his career in a Dallas uniform, then went to Vancouver. Actually came to Arizona in the trade that sent Oliver Ekman-Larsson back to Vancouver. Louis Eriksson and Jay Beagle also a part of that. Dallas with another look from the circle. Klingberg rang it off the iron. Klingberg crossing to Peterson now. He'll let a wrister go, turned away by Kozhinash, and the puck batted out to the corner. 14 seconds left, and the Stars hunting for more in the final seconds. Suter at the center of the line, off to Klingberg. 7 seconds remain. A low shot tipped in front, bouncing out to Klingberg on the doorstep, but the puck was rolling on him. And that will do it for the opening frame as the buzzer sounds. So it was the Arizona Coyotes getting the power play strike first. Dallas answering with 2 of their own, and they've got the 2-1 lead after the opening frame here in El Paso. It is the 2020 Kraft Hockeyville event between the Dallas Stars and the Arizona Coyotes. It has been a wonderful look throughout this week. The Stanley Cup making a tour around the El Paso area. We'll fill you in on those details coming up next.
If you've got a passion for pumpkin, you've got to pick these up. Our new pumpkin cream cold brew topped with velvety pumpkin cream cold foam, delicious pumpkin spice signature latte, and perfectly pumpkin donuts, munchkins treats, and more. That's how we pumpkin at Dunkin'. America runs on Dunkin'.
We're all for hockey. Not for the fame or the hype. We're into hockey for the fans in Vegas, waiting for the desert to freeze over. And the ones in Tampa, hoping lightning strikes thrice. Hockey's for the diehards and the faithful. It's for every rookie in Seattle. And it's for us, because honest to Stanley, we're fans too. The NHL on ESPN, ESPN+, Hulu, and ABC.
NHLShop.com, the official online store of the NHL and the world's largest selection of officially licensed NHL fan gear. Shop now and get today's special offer. NHLShop.com, a Fanatics experience.
All I can say is absolutely wow. He scores! Unbelievable!
All the news, scores, stats, and highlights. If it's hockey, it's here. The official app of the NHL.
The time is coming for us to get out and go again, to visit all the places we didn't know meant so much. But we're all going at our own speed. At Enterprise, peace of mind starts with our Complete Clean Pledge, curbside rentals, and low-touch transactions. As more and more people hit the road, we're going the extra mile to help, connecting you to all the places you love. Enterprise.
So we know you guys have had a tough year. We know that your dad's not here to celebrate with you, but we wanted to make sure that you had a memorable moment with the cup. We wanted to make sure that you understand how appreciative we are of you being in our hockey program, and we totally know what you're going through, and we support you 100%.
My husband's been deployed since May. He was a player, so it's big for him to be able to have them play and be part of this. It's just huge. I wish my husband could be here because it's massive for him, but because of him, we're able to do this.
The Overly family's been playing here since they were real little. Here at the rink all the time. Ray, dad head coach, super involved in the youth program, and having the father out overseas right now, it's awesome for them, and they get to. I know he's not here, but they get to experience that over over FaceTime and that sort of thing. And I know he's a huge hockey fan, so it's got to be a cool experience for him and having his kids being able to see the Stanley Cup here at our rink.
This is the Devils. This is the Kings. And this is the Penguins.
Oh, I think it's awesome. It's just something that we never thought would, ever happen, for them to be able to be that close and to look at all the, their idols that are on the ice and stuff. So it's awesome. It's just something we never thought would happen.
He's over in Korea, and it's about 4 in the morning. It's amazing to be able to experience the Kraft Hockeyville with all our hockey family and everybody, because they really are. They are our second family.
It's awesome, and kind of a testament to the city of El Paso and how hockey's grown in a non-traditional hockey city.
Thank you. Thanks so much for letting them do that. Really appreciate it.
Thank you, Kraft.
Two old friends reunited through the power of gaming.
Oh, yeah.
What's the difference between good and great? Good treats you like a customer. Great treats you like a friend. From saving your haircut details and clip notes to saving you time with online check-in, Great Clips makes your life easier, just like a great friend should. Great Clips. It's gonna be great.
This one's for every NHL fan who spends more time yelling "shoot" than singing their team's goal song. You've compromised enough. Pepsi Zero Sugar.
What's the difference between good and great? Good tries to get it right every time. Great actually does. With Clip Notes, we save your haircut details so you always get exactly the look you want. Great Clips. It's gonna be great.
Pumpkin lovers, there's a whole new spin to love at Dunkin' with our new pumpkin cream cold brew topped with velvety pumpkin cream cold foam or a pumpkin spice signature latte. That's how we pumpkin at Dunkin'. America runs on Dunkin'.
All I can say is absolutely wow. He scores! Unbelievable!
All the news, scores, stats, and highlights. If it's hockey, it's here. The official app of the NHL.
I would never have thought I'd see the cup, and especially not in El Paso. It looks so majestic in person. It glows. It's so impressive. I've never seen anything like it. It's really the best trophy in all sports.
Seeing the cup is a breathtaking experience. There's nothing like it. Something I'll never take for granted, and I'll cherish for a long time.
It's an unbelievable experience. It's something you dream of as a kid. Every kid, when they're growing up, they want to win the Stanley Cup, and to be able to see it now in person is just, it's a breathtaking experience.
I think it's really, really good to El Paso, to the south part of USA, and to Mexico also.
The border's literally 80 yards that way. And to have the cup right here, like in this location, is so special, not just for me, but just for the entire organization, the people, community here. And because of Kraft Hockeyville, they're getting that opportunity, and it's really special for them.
Oh, I think it's awesome. It's just something that we never thought would, ever happen, for them to be able to be that close and to look at all the, their idols that are on the ice and stuff. So it's awesome.
Es una experiencia muy bonita, muy buena. El sueño de cada niño, ¿no? Tener la Stanley Cup tan cerca.
Es impresionante lo que ha crecido el juego y me gustaría que sea mucho más hacia México.
Right here, dude. Dallas Stars, baby.
The great one, baby.
Oh my God.
I can't stop smiling. It's just such a big piece of history, and for it to be in this small town of El Paso it's kind of a blessing, just to be here. The hockey community in itself is very tight-knit, and it's really cool to see the hockey fans come out and just get to enjoy this piece of history at Fort Bliss.
I played hockey growing up, and you dream of seeing it, dream of holding it and touching it, and to finally be in the Army and spent years watching other players win it, dreamed of winning it on my own. It's beautiful. It's been amazing. I'm glad you guys did this for us.
Is that cool? Whoa!
Thank you. Appreciate it.
Well, it is a beautiful sunny day in El Paso, Texas, here in San Jacinto Plaza. Welcome to Kraft Hockeyville, USA.
Everybody's smiling from ear to ear today, man.
I was surprised when they said that we were coming here, and now that we're here, the Rhinos and the support for hockey here is unbelievable. 25 different jerseys. You guys are incredible, so that's pretty special, and we're very happy to be here.
I didn't realize how popular the local junior team was. We've seen so many different jerseys. Very excited about the local team and the upgrades that the local arena is going to get. So, yeah, it's been fun meeting all the local kids.
The cool thing about Kraft Hockeyville is you're going into another small community with the big game. And what you get to hear is like how all these people fell in love with hockey while they're living down here. Like, I love the initiative of the NHL to come out into these smaller communities and really bring our best product and let people see it up close and personal. They don't have to fly to some other city to go watch it. They can come right there in their small town and watch the big boys play. I think it's amazing.
Who would have thought in the Sun City the cup would be here? Nobody, right? Like who would have, but it's here and it's great to be a part of it. Great to experience it.
I actually play hockey down here in El Paso. I live in Alamogordo, New Mexico. That's about an hour and 20 minutes away from here. So for the cup to come out here, and it's a great chance for everybody to come out here and see it. And I know all of my team and all my hockey friends, we came all as a group to come and see the cup because we haven't seen it before.
I think it's great what Kraft Hockeyville does because it's the smaller communities that you really can appreciate what the fan base is. There's obviously Coyote and Stars fans, but there's every other fan. Hockey seems to be pretty passionate here.
There is hockey in Latin America, and they have the passion that we all have here in North America for this game. Anytime they have an opportunity to bring out their flag and cheer for their country, they're going to do it.
Hockey's definitely changing. We're seeing a lot more diversity, and it's exciting.
Hockey es para todos.
old friends reunited through the power of gaming.
This one's for every NHL fan who spends more time yelling "shoot" than singing their team's goal song. You've compromised enough. Pepsi Zero Sugar.
We're all for hockey. Not for the fame or the hype. We're into hockey for the fans in Vegas, waiting for the desert to freeze over. And the ones in Tampa, hoping lightning strikes thrice. Hockey's for the diehards and the faithful. It's for every rookie in Seattle. And it's for us, because honest as Stanley, we're fans too. The NHL on ESPN, ESPN+, Hulu, and ABC.
NHLShop.com, the official online store of the NHL and the world's largest selection of officially licensed NHL fan gear. Shop now and get today's special offer. NHLShop.com, a Fanatics experience.
The time is coming for us to get out and go again, to visit all the places we didn't know meant so much. But we're all going at our own speed. At Enterprise, peace of mind starts with our complete clean pledge, curbside rentals, and low-touch transactions. As more and more people hit the road, we're going the extra mile to help, connecting you to all the places you love. Enterprise.
So one of sports' oldest trophies came to El Paso, and that's incredible. My grandma was able to see it, my mom was able to see it, so it was great for my family specifically. I had never seen it before, so to be able to finally see one of the greatest trophies and something that every hockey player strives to hold over their head is awesome.
I would have never thought the Stanley Cup would visit El Paso rather than, being able to get a photo with my family at center ice with it. It was amazing, and then all the players, it was just unbelievable, to be honest with you.
It epitomizes the spirit of hockey. It epitomizes the hard work that hockey is known for, of all the energy, the time, the resources that are put into the sport of hockey.
To have a picture with your family in the Stanley Cup, no, I'll get through it. When my son gets older and realizes what he got to experience, it's gonna, it's just gonna be unbelievable, because, if he decides to play hockey, if he's the Rhino water boy or the Rhino equipment guy, I think he'll.
This one's for every NHL fan who spends more time yelling "shoot" than singing their team's goal song. You've compromised enough. Pepsi Zero Sugar.
What's the difference between good and great? Good tries to get it right every time. Great actually does. With Clip Notes, we save your haircut details so you always get exactly the look you want. Great clips. It's gonna be great.
Pumpkin lovers, there's a whole new spin on pumpkin to love at Dunkin'. With our new Pumpkin Cream Cold Brew, topped with velvety pumpkin cream cold foam, or a pumpkin spice signature latte. That's how we pumpkin at Dunkin'. America runs on Dunkin'.
All I can say is absolutely wow. He scores! Unbelievable!
All the news, scores, stats, and highlights. If it's hockey, it's here. The official app of the NHL.
If you've got a passion for pumpkin, you've got to pick these up. Our new pumpkin cream cold brew topped with velvety pumpkin cream cold foam, delicious pumpkin spice signature latte, and perfectly pumpkin donuts, munchkins treats, and more. That's how we pumpkin at Dunkin'. America runs on Dunkin'.
We're all for hockey. Not for the or the hype. We're into hockey for the fans in Vegas, waiting for the desert to freeze over. And the ones in Tampa, hoping lightning strikes thrice. Hockey's for the diehards and the faithful. It's for every rookie in Seattle. And it's for us, because honest to Stanley, we're fans too. The NHL on ESPN, ESPN+, Hulu, and ABC.
NHLShop.com, the official online store of the NHL and the world's largest selection of officially licensed NHL fan gear. Shop now and get today's special offer. NHLShop.com, a Fanatics experience.
All I can say is absolutely wow. He scores! Unbelievable!
All the news, scores, stats, and highlights. If it's hockey, it's here. The official app of the NHL.
The time is coming for us to get out and go again. To visit all the places we didn't know meant so much. But we're all going at our own speed. At Enterprise, peace of mind starts with our complete clean pledge, curbside rentals, and low-touch transactions. As more and more people hit the road, we're going the extra mile to help, connecting you to all the places you love. Enterprise.
Welcome back to El Paso, Texas. 2-1, Dallas leads Arizona in this preseason matchup as part of the 2020 Kraft Hockeyville event at the El Paso County Events Center with the Stars in front. Sevy, take us through the 3 goals in that first period and how Dallas ended up with this 2-1 lead.
Well, Arizona's going to start this one off with a power play goal. Shane Gostisbehere throws it in with Oliver Ekman-Larsson, their captain, gone from last season. They'll be looking to him to score some goals on the power play. Here the youngster comes Harley, gets the shot toward the net somewhere. I believe it directed off him and into the net. And look at this. Nice individual effort here by the captain, Jamie Benn. He does the old junior wraparound. Real nice job by him. The Stars here with the 2-1 lead going into this second period.
So you're saying you play in a junior rink, you got to try the junior move. Is that what you're trying to say?
He's very good at that, yes.
Dallas once again with that 2-1 lead as a lively crowd, to say the least, here at the El Paso Event Center. Has been loud, and they have been rather rambunctious. Rally towels in the air. They've got the train horn blowing after goals. And they've got some fantastic updates that have been done to this building with the newly insulated roof, new breezeways built to help keep the ice cold. They can now use this facility year-round on the border. On the southern border of the United States, they have a year-round hockey facility here in El Paso. It's fantastic. That's exactly what this Kraft Hockeyville initiative has been about. Beginning back in 2006 in Canada, came to the U.S. as well in 2015, and here it is in El Paso. Delayed by COVID last year, so that is why the 2020 version is going on right now here in 2021. As the Stars look to hunt the puck down in the offensive zone. Dallas wearing their greens, Arizona in the whites. Coyotes will dump this one the opposite way, and here's a breakaway chance. Liam O'Brien moving in, scores! The lead pass to center ice, bringing Liam O'Brien as the power play for the Stars had come to a close, and so it's 2-2 set.
What a nice job to move that puck up the ice by the Coyotes. O'Brien is pretty much in from the neutral zone all the way in, head up. I don't know if he's trying to go upstairs on that, but he finds it low underneath the pad of Hunter, and the bearded wonder is very happy. He's got a beard like you. He's looking sharp.
You can tell by the reaction he was fired up by that goal. Liam O'Brien, about 30 games played in the NHL over the last 7 seasons. He's one of those bubble players looking to try and expand his role with Arizona at the NHL level. There's a couple of players on Andre Tourigny's team looking for those opportunities. Hungry is the word that the Coyotes head coach and a new GM, Bill Armstrong, like to use as Arizona moves back in. This is Keller with a centering feed, but a stoppage in play. The net behind Jake Ottinger, springing loose. As we're not quite a minute into our second period.
For Arizona, it's about opportunity, is what General Manager Bill Armstrong has been talking about. Opportunities at the goaltender position, bringing in Carter Hutton, excuse me. They lose their 3 goaltenders. He's got to come in. So guys like O'Brien, Galchenyuk, Andrew Ladd, who's had some trouble with injuries. This coaching staff is going to be looking at them for the Coyotes and trying to find roles for these players. So it's up for grabs, and he wants guys to fight for positions.
Andre Tourigny, he's had a couple of stints as an assistant coach at the NHL level. Was doing head coaching with Team Canada's program, also the Ottawa 67s. Before taking the job here in Arizona. Petrovic for Dallas, looking to funnel one in front. It's blocked. Krause will touch things out to center. Floats it down behind the net to Ottinger. Arizona shifting out personnel. Joe Pavelski leads the counterattack rush. Now Petrovic. Good forward by young Maverick Bourque of Dallas. Boyd tries to strip it free for the Coyotes. Gets a little help from Fisher. Bourque takes over back at the Dallas line. So both teams exchanging possession on each side. Coyotes regaining their own zone. Now Fisher on the charge. Jabbed away, Bourque holding for Dallas. In comes Raffl through the circle. It's the wrister goal, knocked away by Kozhinash. Second chance picked up here by Dmitry Ashkin. Boyd will float it in. John Klingberg stepping ahead of Fisher. Overskated the puck. That gives the Coyotes possession. Back at the blue line, handled by Mooser. Puck gathered in by Dallas. Kicked ahead to Raffl. He and Mooser tie each other up. Mooser comes away with it. Raffl lost his balance. Borgachana can carry it back in. Suter plays it around.
It's picking up a little bit here in the second period. Boys are getting rambunctious. Second period, boys are getting rambunctious.
It is a preseason game. First period, they shake off some of the environment and the passion of the fans, and now it's just about hockey. One-time drive from the blue line, sailing wide. Roll back to Soderstrom at the point. Relay it behind the net. Klingberg holding for the Stars. 3 minutes gone from our middle frame. 2-2 score. Early second period goal from Liam O'Brien, evening things up here. So O'Brien scampering his way out to center. Lost his footing, but tries to jab it forward. Dallas will return it the opposite way. Gurianov looking to win the foot race. Stepping around to Soderstrom, and a bad angle chance across the goal mouth. Handled here by Haskin in bed in the circle, snapping one off, turned away by Kozhinash. Arizona will baseball the puck out to center.
Arizona doing a much better job of coming back and supporting their defensemen in the first period. They struggled a little bit getting that puck out of their own zone, but they're doing a much better job here in the second.
Dallas outshot Arizona 16-9 in that opening frame. Coyotes would like to tighten things up there. Picked up by the Coyotes at center. Chip down behind the Dallas net. Heiskanen tries to skate his way out of danger. It's cut off by Beagle, bumped off the puck by Krause. Dallas doing a good job to recover. Radulov couldn't pick it up. It was picked off by Gostisbehere, and now Arizona trying to mount the charge in quickly. Keller on the cycle protects. Gostisbehere up the wall. Shot from the circle, absorbed by Ottinger. Play whistle dead. The puck had squirted free. As the Coyotes were looking for that second chance. Brent Severin, you talked about a lot of the changes that Arizona has gone through. A new GM and a new head coach in Andre Tourigny as he's trying to figure out the identity of his hockey team now.
He is, and this is what he wants. He mentioned it this morning with his team. He wants to see how they react to some adversity. And they've had to push back here in the second period. 19th coach now for the Arizona Coyotes. July 1st is when they signed him up. He says he's a old soul kind of coach, but loves to build relationships with his players. And through his junior and his world championship working with the younger players. He's the new age coach, if you will, but still, as he says, he expects a lot of that hard work, your old school coaching you're going to get.
Replacing Rick Tocchet, who agreed along with the Arizona Coyotes organization to part ways after their season last year. And Bork will dump it in for Dallas.
Everybody you talk to talks about his great hockey mind. And he's going to be good for this squad, they believe. And like I say, really believes the culture of a team is formed within the room, so you got to make sure you have the right horses. He'll give them the template to do well, but it's important that he has the right guys in the room, leaders, to push this thing for the Coyotes.
He has building blocks to work with as the Coyotes are trying to build their core. Here's an effort charging through the circle was Michael Raffel as he was upended, crashing into the boards hard. Held in by Suter now over to Klingberg. Shot from the circle absorbed by Kozhinash. Giving us a face-off inside the Arizona end. Sevy, some of the young players on this Arizona team. Jacob Chikrin, who's not playing in this game, 23. Connor Timmins not playing, but picked up from Colorado, who's 23 years old. Clayton Keller is in this contest. He's also 23. Christian Fischer, 24. Victor Soderstrom is only 20. Austin Krause is 24. These are all first, second, third round pick players that are basically going to be handed the keys to this car, and they are going to need to be the core that develops for this Arizona team as they try to build that culture.
Yeah, this is by design by Bill Armstrong. So many guys here on this team. There's very few that have long extended contracts. A lot of them have one-year deals. So he wants to evaluate, assess. You know the direction that the Arizona Coyotes are taking, and that's moving forward young players and rebuilding for their squad and kind of forming it. And Bill Armstrong working with the St. Louis Blues for a number of years. Probably a template for him moving forward.
Well, he's picked up 8 draft picks in the first 2 rounds of the entry draft after this season, so he's got some tools to play with, essentially weaponizing the salary cap space for Arizona to earn that.
Got 3 in the first round, I believe 5 in the second.
Earl Heiskanen controlling for the Stars off the face-off. He'll try to scamper his way in. Drew 3 white jerseys towards him, but the play was offside.
How about that? The people here in El Paso get an opportunity to see the Stanley Cup. I was thinking about it, it's great. In all the events that they had out here, people, they're attracted to it. The mariachi band, as you mentioned, we talked about.
I loved it. I thought it was a great scene.
That's something you don't see too often. You know, for me, I never got a chance, even being from Canada, around the Edmonton Oilers winning their Stanley Cups. I never had an opportunity to see it live until I was on the ice in Buffalo with my Dallas Stars, and I was able to hoist it. So for these people to get a glimpse of it live and up close, it's a great opportunity.
The El Paso Rhinos junior team got to spend time with it. They had it at the Fan Fair downtown. Fort Bliss, the military base here in town, they had a chance to enjoy it. The Stars hold inside their own zone. Gurianov swatting things forward. So rolls up to the goaltender, Kozhinash. He opted to play it with Radek Faksa charging in. Now here's Gostisbehere looking to regain. Couldn't locate a bouncing puck. Ben putting the body on Lyubushkin to force it free.
Lyubushkin he's the one who made that nice pass up to O'Brien, and you can see Jamie Benn right there targeting the finesse defenseman to slow him down a little bit.
Tie up behind the Dallas net. Lyubushkin getting ready for his 4th season with the Coyotes. 5 prior were spent in the KHL. Scrum on top of the puck in front of the Arizona bench is finally forced free. Stars have the odd man rush. It's Peterson in the circle. The crossing feed to Radulov was bouncing on him. Looking for Seguin, the trailer coming in. Couldn't get a clean shot off. The Stars lead this one out at center. John Klingberg will reload. Crossing feed from Suter. Bouncing off Klingberg. Taken back. Now this is Yannick. Centering feed for Arizona. Glancing off a skate. Picked up here behind the net. Yannick again looking to spin away from the pressure of Suter. Peterson will chase down the loose puck. Pestered by Carconi. Yannick and Suter again stride for stride. Those two cancel each other out. Peterson again with pressure, and now Suter and Yannick taking a couple of shots at each other behind the play.
Second time in this game that those two have squared up together. Little battle here in preseason.
Austin Krause looking to hunt it down for Arizona. Knocked away by the Stars. Suter leaving it here. Riley Tufte spinning away from Clayton Keller. Banks it up to Pavelski. Going to set up Tufte, picked off by the back-checking Keller. Arizona with possession. Kovalev relays it behind the Stars net. Just over 8 minutes gone from our middle frame. 2-2 hockey game. Pace is picked up and a long segment here without a stoppage. Galchenyuk now for Arizona on the rush. Head to Antoine Roussel. Takes the shot, stepping down into the corner, pivoting back. Brings it at the line. Here's a low shot by Soderstrom. It will skip wide. Covered by Beagle on the cycle. Now Roussel behind the net. Giving it to Gostisbehere. Tipped away by Raffle as he'll move in one-on-one. Stars have to change out players. They were at the end of a pretty long shift. Delandria hopping off the bench, jumps in on the forecheck. Raffle in there as well. Here comes Arizona on the breakdown. Beagle tripped up by the stick of Petrovic. That will draw the minor penalty. And Arizona back on the power play as 10:52 remains in our second period. It's a 2-2 score. The Arizona Coyotes on the man advantage. Coming up next, it's Kraft Hockeyville from El Paso, Texas.
There is hockey in Latin America, and they have the passion that we all have here in North America for this game. Anytime they have an opportunity to bring out their flag and cheer for their country, they're going to do it.
Hockey's definitely changing. We're seeing a lot more diversity, and it's exciting.
Hockey es para todos.
Absolutely wow. He scores! Unbelievable!
All the news, scores, stats, and highlights. If it's hockey, it's here. The official app of the NHL.
We're all for hockey. Not for the fame or the hype. We're into hockey for the fans in Vegas, waiting for the desert to freeze over. And the ones in Tampa, hoping lightning strikes thrice. Hockey's for the diehards and the faithful. It's for every rookie in Seattle. And it's for us, because honest to Stanley, we're fans too. The NHL on ESPN, ESPN+, Hulu, and ABC.
$150,000 from Kraft, an additional $10,000 in hockey equipment from the NHLPA Goals and Dreams Fund. And this is what Kraft Hockeyville is all about, providing a smaller community the opportunity to improve, update, or frankly establish a hockey program in their community. That's what we have here in El Paso at the El Paso County Event Center. Dallas clearing the puck out as they are on the penalty kill. Arizona with the power play, a 2-2 hockey game. It's a 2-minute tripping minor against Alex Petrovic of Dallas. Has put the Stars down. Ryan Ray alongside Brent Severin here in El Paso, bringing you this Kraft Hockeyville game. Stars looking to chop it out. First effort no good. Held in by Arizona. Good opportunity at the center of the line to keep things alive. Galchenyuk regaining. He'll pivot things around, and Gostisbehere couldn't get there in time. Glendening will force him back to his own line. That's Travis Boyd working it. Here's Keller. Shouldered into the boards by Glendening, trying to force it free. Penny does the heavy lifting himself, knocked over Clayton Keller, then forced the puck free and cleared it out himself.
Yeah, for Clayton Keller, they're a guy that they look to for a ton of offense this season. So you get an opportunity like that, Luke Glendening, who will be a penalty kill guy for the Dallas Stars, steps up on him and takes the body.
Clayton Keller actually played with Dallas Stars goaltender Jake Ottinger in the United States Development Program. Also played a season at Boston University together as the Coyotes set up shop. Watched here by Soderstrom. 10th overall pick. Now Unique through the circle. He tries to force one in front. The rebound, scores! In between the circles, it was Christian Fischer finding the loose puck off the shot from Unique. That glanced off the leg pad of Jake Ottinger.
We've seen the gritty work by Unique. Watch this little move right here, a little finesse. Puts it toward the cage, but there is Fischer sitting in that little spot at the hash marks, and this thing kicks off quickly. And I know it seems pretty easy from this vantage point, but that thing came off hot, and he was able to find it. And again, it's the second power play goal here for the Coyotes in this game.
So Christian Fischer has given Arizona the 3-2 lead as things continue to pinball back and forth. Christian Fischer doing something in his career that not a lot of hockey players say they can do. Scored his first career in 3 NHL goals on his first 3 NHL shots. Clean. You'd love to have that kind of efficiency long term, but doesn't usually happen. Fischer with the power play goal, putting Arizona in front. The Coyotes back to work in the offensive zone. Petrovic is shouldered off the puck. Squirts out to center. Eagle looking to pivot it back in. Ryan misplayed it. Petrovic taking it back for the Stars. 8:38 to go in period number 2. Petrovic trying to lead the charge up by as Jamie Benn will tip things in. And Krause on the counterattack. John Klingberg watching him. Krause will muscle it behind the Dallas net. Bouncing puck rolls out to the line. Shenyuk has to take it out. We're going to get a stoppage and a penalty for elbowing. Looks like it's going to be against Lawson Krause. We'll get it all sorted out after this, but the Stars are going on the power play with 8:11 left in the second. 3-2 score favoring Arizona.
Coming for us to get out and go again, to visit all the places we didn't know meant so much. But we're all going at our own speed. At Enterprise, peace of mind starts with our Complete Clean Pledge, curbside rentals, and low-touch transactions. As more and more people hit the road, we're going the extra mile to help, connecting you to all the places you love. Enterprise.
All I can say is absolutely wow. What a pass and what a goal! Whoa, well, stop! Incredible goaltending! He scores! Unbelievable!
All the news, scores, stats, and highlights. If it's hockey, it's here. The official app of the NHL.
We're all for hockey. The diehards, the faithful, and the newcomers. Still waiting to be baptized in ice. The NHL on ESPN, ESPN+, Hulu, and ABC.
This one's for every NHL fan who spends more time yelling "shoot" than singing their team's goal song. You've compromised enough. Pepsi Zero Sugar.
The Dallas Stars getting ready to enjoy a power play as they trail the Arizona Coyotes 3-2 here at the El Paso County Event Center in El Paso, Texas. Rick Bowness hoping this power play can find the equalizer.
Rick Bowness played in rinks like this in Halifax, he told us this morning. He's used to this. He's a veteran of many, many games in the National Hockey Leagues and the minor league levels.
Playing and coaching. Heiskanen for the Stars. Aristo through the circle, turned away. Batted out to the blue line by Ben, looking to reset. It got past Ryan Suter. And back inside the Dallas zone. The Arizona Coyotes. They open up the scoring on a power play goal from Shane Gostisbehere. Dallas looking to get a power play goal of their own, but Tyler Seguin can't hold it in. Gostisbehere, as well as O'Brien. He's getting for the Stars, pushing things out. Dumped around the in wall to Ben. Sagan trying to keep it alive. Back to Suter. Now the net behind. Kozedash came free. So the whistle blows, play stops, and it'll be an offensive zone face-off on the Dallas side of things. A minute to go in their man advantage.
CJ Beagle talking to Ryan Suter right there. Beagle is going to be an important guy for the penalty kill. As we mentioned, Antoine Roussel as well. For the Stars, the penalty kill was a bone of contention last season. They're going to have to be better at it. They've given up 2 already in this game. It's going to be vital the way things were so close last season as well. Specialty teams are always coming into play in the National Hockey League level.
Peterson looking to funnel one in front as Pavelski was on the doorstep. The puck couldn't get there. Dallas still holding. Radulov. Touch it off to Bork. Now back to Klingberg. Pavelski trying to turn things back out. Cut off by Arizona. Cleared out the opposite way. About a half-minute remaining in the man advantage for Dallas. 6:43 to go in period 2. Klingberg off to Peterson trying to dance in. Weaving through traffic. Lets a wrister go. Charge it in. And Kozedash the save. Took it off the mask. Pavelski getting a hold again for the Stars. Back to Klingberg, but the angle was off on the pass. Beagle swats it away. And a foot race between him and Klingberg that Klingberg will win. Beagle's going to staple him into the wall and cancel him out of the play.
That's those little plays right there that I've mentioned Jay Beagle in this contest. A nice strong play along the boards and gets it out and down the ice.
Well, the power play has expired. We're back to even hockey, 5-on-5. Petrovic is out of the box for the Stars, and now Alexander Radulov was trying to create an opportunity towards the net. Dallas finishing off a change. Arizona takes over. Now Chenya controls. Diagonal it down inside the Stars zone. Feed up to center. Here's Dellandrea on a break. Lets the wrister go and scores!
Letting that horn run a little bit for you there, Brian. Dellandrea, look at this shot. He is a right-hander coming down that side, and if you're shooting it above the pad, just below the glove, that's the area you want to go. Yeah, gives a point up to the defenseman, Petrovic, for taking it and chipping it off the boards. Real nice job by the Stars to get another even strength goal.
Ty Dellandrea, 26 games last year for the Stars. Still just 21 years old, early in his career, and one of those players that is trying to find his role, but it's such a veteran-heavy lineup for a Dallas Stars team that's in their win-now mode. But Ty Dellandrea getting a big goal to equalize things here at 3-3 between Dallas and Arizona. Dellandrea in a puck battle, drilled from behind by Imama. That's going to put the arm up of the referee, and another power play coming for the Stars. The cross-checking signal. We will take a timeout. When we return, can Dallas regain the lead as we are tied up at 3 here in El Paso? The 2020 Kraft Hockeyville matchup between the Stars and Coyotes.
There is hockey in Latin America, and they have the passion that we all have here in North America for this game. Anytime they have an opportunity to bring out their flag and cheer for their country, they're going to do it.
Hockey's definitely changing. We're seeing a lot more diversity, and it's exciting.
Hockey es para todos.
NHLShop.com, the official online store of the National Hockey League, and the world's largest selection of officially licensed NHL fan gear, with unique one-of-a-kind designs by Fanatics, Adidas, and all the latest styles for every NHL team. Don't miss out. Shop now and get today's special offer. NHLShop.com, a Fanatics experience.
What happens if you ever need to miss work for a long period of time?
Why would I miss work?
I don't know. You sprain your ankle, throw out your back.
Get hit by a school bus.
Or a regular bus.
Get kicked by a horse.
Fall off a ladder. Bathtub mishap.
Polio.
Boating accident. Stuck by a fork.
Rabies.
Wolves.
Scurvy.
Talk to us about disability income insurance today. Feel comfortable about tomorrow. Mass Mutual.
Dallas on the power play, and will Tyler Seguin be the one to go to work to try and snap this 3-3 tie?
And Tyler Seguin missed a lot of time last year with injury, so being on this power play, the Stars had trouble last season in close games. They were unable to close out games, and that was a big problem for them. With Seguin on the power play now, in a situation like this, heading into the end of a second period, you want him where you really need your guys to be game breakers, whether it's Seguin or Radulov. Rope Hintz missed some time last year as well on a power play. In a situation like this is where you're going to need Tyler to shine. And it's going to be important for Dallas in a tough Central Division to get these types of wins.
A pretty good penalty-killing team in the preseason for Arizona. They give it up just 2 power play goals here in the middle of their 4th preseason game. Stars control. Here's the one-time blast from Seguin that's turned away by Kozhinash. Jamie Benn recovering behind the net. Now Heiskanen. Suter back to Heiskanen. Benn in the corner, looking in front as he waits in the trapezoid. Moves it off to Heiskanen. Now Suter. Heiskanen looking for a lane. Benn, the centering feed, glancing off a skate and covered by Kozhinash. Laying down to cut off the passing lane was Lyubushkin. Sevi nearly put it in past his own goaltender.
You mentioned how strong the Phoenix Coyote penalty kill has been in preseason. The Stars move the puck low now. They're trying to get Jamie Benn in this angle. Also behind the net, working that. So rather than trying to create from up high, from the high triangle, they moved it underneath the circles, and they're trying to move it behind the goaltender to create off of there.
Bouncing puck in the circle as both teams go hunting for it. Arizona wins the battle, clearing it out. Just over a minute to go in the man advantage for the Stars. Tied at 3. Dallas has been unable to capitalize on the power play in this game so far. Seguin feeding it across, and a sliding save by Kozhinash. Denis Gurianov sneaking in on the weak side, but Arizona's netminder holding strong.
Real nice pass by Seguin as he comes down the wide side. You're going to see too many guys over on the right side for the Coyotes, and that allows Seguin to make that opportunity. And again, another good job, but the Stars unable to convert. There's Seguin, passes sent across, and Gurianov, left-handed shot coming down that side, tries to bunt it into the net very quickly.
Dallas feeding the puck towards the front of the net again, knocked away by Arizona, then the Stars nearly force a turnover. Instead, it's rainbowed out by the Coyotes all the way down inside the Dallas zone. Klingberg back to retrieve. Feeds it up the middle to Radulov, stepping in. Watched here down into the corner. In comes Joe Pavelski to try and help out. Cleared out the opposite way. Squirt past Maverick Bork, and Jake Ottinger has to set it up again. Nathan Keller trying to pester things for the Coyotes. Klingberg stick handling around Roussel. Broken up at the line by the Coyotes. Dying seconds of the man advantage for the Stars. Just over 3 minutes to play in our middle frame, and in comes Pavelski. Back to Bork. Pavelski looking for Radulov in the slot. The power play expires. Here's a 2-on-2 rush. Moved up the right side by Roussel. Beagle through the circle. His centering feed patted away by Ottinger. Kolyachonok trying to hold it in before it's knocked free by Peterson. Heiskanen looking to dance through traffic as he was tripped up skating. Not enough to draw the call. Back in comes Arizona. Tim O'Brien scoring early in this second period. Just after a Stars power play had concluded. Crossing feed to Lyubushkin. He's the one who came out of the penalty box. Sliding effort by Alexander Radulov to knock it away from Gostisbehere. It's led forward. Dmitry Yashkin trying to work with Travis Boyd on the opportunity. Dallas returns it the opposite direction. Luke Glendening hustling it down. Back to Borgman. Andrea tied it up for the Stars. Michael Raffel going to work. Couldn't force the turnover, but does force an errant pass that Petrovic will go back to retrieve. Yashkin flushing him out from behind the Dallas net. A feet up ice, picked up by Fox on a breakaway as he tries to go upstairs, and he lifted it high.
Yeah, they've been trying to do that a lot, the Dallas Stars. Get underneath the shoulder, went in tight. Unfortunately for Faxa, couldn't put it away.
We've seen a couple of stretch passes on the Dallas side. Spring players on breakaway runs. Ty Dellandrea for the most recent goal in that fashion. To tie things up here at 3-3 with just over a minute to play. Clayton Keller now pivoting his way out to center. Steered in as Galchenyuk goes chasing. Really tough to getting there first for Dallas. Borgman feeds it up ice. Too hot to handle for Gurianov. Thomas Harley wanted to carry in, but the Stars had a player offside, so the rookie defenseman opts to just chip it in. Dallas cuts it off at the line. Tyler Seguin deposits it back in the corner. On the forward check, trying to knock it free. Arizona controlling. Here's Soderstrom. Lifted forward, intended for O'Brien. Harley getting there first, but shouldered off. O'Brien with two green jerseys surrounding him. O'Brien somehow comes up with it. Harley still trying to tie him up. Antoine Roussel protecting. Harley trying to bounce him off the puck. Dallas comes up with it. Here's Suter. 7 seconds to go as he'll muscle it forward. Chase it down. Instead, it's tied away by Arizona. And that will do it for period number 2. So the goals continue to go back and forth as these two teams have traded the lead, Sevy. It's been entertaining so far through 40.
Yeah, real nice effort by both teams, but you can see Arizona in this game, specialty teams have favored them. The Stars, I think, have been much better at even strength. Stars have not been able to capitalize on their power play.
It's a 3-3 score between Dallas and Arizona here in the Kraft Hockeyville matchup. When we return to El Paso, how exactly has the Kraft Hockeyville program helped the Sun City? We will give you an in-depth look on this one between the Stars and Coyotes.
We're all for hockey. Not for the fame or the hype. We're in the hockey for the fans in Vegas, waiting for the desert to freeze over. And the ones in Tampa, hoping lightning strikes thrice. Hockey's for the diehards and the faithful. It's for every rookie in Seattle. And it's for us, because honest to Stanley, we're fans too. The NHL on ESPN, ESPN+, Hulu, and ABC.
All I can say is absolutely wow.
All the news, scores, stats, and highlights. If it's hockey, it's here. The official app of the NHL.
The time is coming for us to get out and go again. To visit all the places we didn't know meant so much. But we're all going at our own speed. At Enterprise, peace of mind starts with our complete clean pledge, curbside rentals, and low-touch transactions. As more and more people hit the road, we're going the extra mile to help, connecting you to all the places you love. Enterprise.
If you've got a passion for pumpkin, you've got to pick these up. Our new pumpkin cream cold brew topped with velvety pumpkin cream cold foam, delicious pumpkin spice signature latte, and perfectly pumpkin donuts, munchkins treats, and more. That's how we pumpkin at Dunkin'. America runs on Dunkin'.
NHLShop.com, the official online store of the NHL and the world's largest selection of officially licensed NHL fan gear. Shop now and get today's special offer. NHLShop.com, a Fanatics experience.
Two old friends reunited through the power of gaming.
I came here in 1999. I played with the Buzzards, and I had no idea about El Paso. The only thing I knew about El Paso, the salsa that's called Old El Paso, that's the only thing. I didn't know anything about it. I ended up getting hurt. I couldn't play anymore. And the owner and the GM said, we'll just make you a PR guy. A gentleman by the name of Brian Kennedy, who runs the County Coliseum, he asked me if I would have any interest in just taking over the Junior Buzzards program. And I was like, yeah, absolutely I would, because, we're small town farmers in Saskatchewan where it's minus 50, and, yeah, I'd love to live in El Paso where it's, you go to the rink in flip-flops every day. With the Coliseum, they do concerts and rodeos, so we'd have ice for 7 days and then off for 3 days. The ice plant failed. It was a pretty old system and it failed, and there was no way of fixing it without closing the Coliseum for a long period of time, which the building over there is super, super busy with just all sorts of events. We came over into this equestrian center because it wasn't really used.
This is an equestrian center. It is quite literally a barn, and it functions like a barn. So we still have cattle heaters in the back.
My brother and I came in here with a cutting torch and a forklift and started just pulling out because there was fencing everywhere. So we get the floor in, we got to do a bunch of different things and get the boards up and get the ice in, and we found a junior league that would kind of fit what we were trying to do. The first year, the players had to dress in a circus tent. And all of a sudden, when people started seeing the brand of hockey where these guys were just down here, just trying to get an NCAA scholarship or just try to just live their dream of hockey, all of a sudden then the fans started it started getting bigger and bigger and bigger. And then the second year, we were fortunate enough to win the championship, and then that's when things really started to come around.
When Bill Douglas from NHL.com and Anson Carter and Clayton Collins from NBC Sports came down for Hockey Day in America, they suggested that we enter the Kraft Hockeyville USA competition.
You land in El Paso, it's 95, 100 degrees, it's hot outside. You drive from the airport, you come to this rink, and the minute you walk in the rink, you realize this is a different place. And then when you look around the building and you see this is pretty much a do-it-yourself facility. Anson and I talked, and we both looked at each other and we said, this is a place where maybe these folks could enter Hockeyville. I mean, this is a rink that needs some work. It wasn't hard to look up at the ceiling and see the sun.
When this was built as a horse arena, with dirt floor and horses running around, along the peak of the roof, it was all vents to let the dust out. Almost every 20 feet, it seemed like there was a huge skylight because, in the daytime, they wouldn't turn the lights on and they would just use the skylights. We got to get rid of all the metal halide bulbs because those were releasing so much heat. And then the other thing that we really, really needed was breezeways to walk into our rink. There was just one door. So you opened up the door, all the cold went out and all the heat came in.
We were a little nervous. We didn't know if we could pull it off, but we decided to commit. And we were really excited how our campaign ran. We had a lot of support from the community.
Started posting stories, and all of a sudden it kind of started to pick up some steam. We were in the top 4, and I was like, holy man, this is kind of getting super exciting.
COVID postponed things after we made the Final Four, but once we got that big video and announcement from Commissioner Bettman, it was an incredible feeling, and we were so grateful to them for suggesting that we even consider doing Kraft Hockeyville.
For hockey in this part of the world, this part of the country is a challenge, and they went to work and they won. They proved that they were deserving. It wasn't the fact that this place was deserving, they worked to be deserving. And I think there's a big distinction between that.
So we had sunlights in the roof, and those sunlights are obviously not great when you need to insulate the building. So those were patched as part of the insulation that we did. They also laid a layer on the top of the roof that had better insulation, and it's actually meant for ice rinks and to keep things cool. So they patched that over, they patched the inside as well, and it's helped specifically keep that cool air in. We were also able to change our lights from the halogen lights to LED, so that also helps keep the ice maintained better. Because of the game, we needed to replace our boards here. Our boards weren't in the best condition, so all of the boards got replaced. In the concourse, we were able to replace the mats on the floor. We replaced the ceiling tiles as well as the lights. We also added 2 breezeways that we didn't have before, so now there's double doors to make sure that that cool air stays in the rink. And then we completely renovated both public restrooms. And with all the improvements, we're now ready to have an NHL game here.
El Paso is Hockeyville now. I'm just like proud of our city and excited for our city, and just to have something like this.
So we are now able to stay open year-round, and that wouldn't have been able to be accomplished without the Hockeyville win and without the funding that they provided. There are no words to describe how proud we feel that our city was able to accomplish this.
What's the difference between good and great? Good treats you like a customer. Great treats you like a friend. From saving your haircut details and clip notes to saving you time with online check-in, Great Clips makes your life easier, just like a great friend should. Great Clips, it's gonna be great.
Pumpkin lovers, there's a whole new spin on pumpkin to love at Dunkin'. With our new pumpkin cream cold brew, topped with velvety pumpkin cream cold foam, or a pumpkin spice signature latte. That's how we pumpkin at Dunkin'. America runs on Dunkin'.
All I can say is absolutely wow. He scores! Unbelievable!
All the news, scores, stats, and highlights. If it's hockey, it's here. The official app of the NHL.
This one's for every hockey fan who saw more hat tricks from the magician at their kid's birthday party than by their favorite team. You've compromised enough. Pepsi Zero Sugar.
Two old friends reunited through the power of gaming.
What's the difference between good and great? Good tries to get it right every time. Great actually does. With Clip Notes, we save your haircut details so you always get exactly the look you want. Great Clips. It's gonna be great.
We're all for hockey. Not for the fame or the hype. We're into hockey for the fans in Vegas, waiting for the desert to freeze over. And the ones in Tampa, hoping lightning strikes thrice. Hockey's for the diehards and the faithful. It's for every rookie in Seattle. And it's for us, because honest as Stanley, we're fans too. The NHL on ESPN, ESPN+, Hulu, and ABC.
So we're in El Paso, Texas for the Craft Hockeyville celebration. It's been a long time coming. It's just such a thriving little community, you know, like for our sport to have a little niche and a little pocket in this area of the country, they've done such a great job. And, you know, we really embrace them through the Learn to Play and other donations and different things that we can do to support the hockey community. But even locally here, they've done a fantastic job. We have 6 great players that are going to come out and work with you throughout the session. Right here, you two partners, get a puck. Who doesn't have a partner? This is unbelievable. I mean, this is what the game is all about. See the smiles on these boys and girls. You know, get to bring the mascots, get the players that come out. It's just a great weekend, and what a way to showcase, you know, our sport.
There you go, there you go. Nice job. Oh, you forgot the puck. Take no prisoners, buddy. Awesome job, big guy. What's that?
I like the Stars, they're good.
I like you. You're good. Chavez, ¿hablas español?
Sí.
¿Cómo no? Fantástico. Yo también. We're so close to the Mexican border, right? And the diversity here in within the community is fantastic. For me, it was full circle. To see a kid come to me with a rookie card, I didn't have that experience. I grew up, I was raised in a house of immigrants. You didn't have somebody that looked like you, that played the game. And now to see that come back, I never met an NHL player until I was an NHL athlete. These kids are getting that opportunity, and who's making that possible? The Dallas Stars, the Arizona Coyotes, the NHL. And that's something that has to continue to happen.
Sorry, my Coyote jersey couldn't fit.
Oh, no, that's okay. Hey, what are you doing running into me? What are you doing running into me? Oh!
Hockey's for everybody, and that's the main goal with sports nowadays, and it doesn't matter where you come from or what color you are. It's all about just being out the ice where everybody's equal, and you saw a lot of that today. So it was great to see boys and girls and different cultures out there. So it was really cool to see that with all the big smiles on their faces. Made it even better.
High draft picks have been coming out of the Southwest, and who would have ever thought that you get a #1 pick out of California or Arizona or any of those places. And now you're seeing all these young players that have kind of been raised with hockey in their lives, and I think it's fantastic. Like, I never knew this was such a big draw here in El Paso, and people love hockey here.
Awesome work. Good work, guys. Incredible.
This one's for every NHL fan who spends more time yelling "shoot" than singing their team's goal song. You've compromised enough. Pepsi Zero Sugar.
Two old friends reunited through the power of gaming.
All I can say is absolutely wow. What a pass and what a goal. Whoa, Oct.04, incredible goaltending. He scores! Unbelievable!
All the news, scores, stats, and highlights. If it's hockey, it's here. The official app of the NHL.
There is hockey in Latin America, and they have the passion that we all have here in North America for this game. Anytime they have an opportunity to bring out their flag and cheer for their country, they're going to do it.
Hockey's definitely changing. We're seeing a lot more diversity, and it's exciting.
Hockey es para todos.
All I can say is absolutely wow. He scores! Unbelievable!
All the news, scores, stats, and highlights. If it's hockey, it's here. The official app of the NHL.
Kraft Hockeyville resides in El Paso, Texas tonight as we are 2 periods in the books between the Dallas Stars And the Arizona Coyotes knotted up at 3 after those 40 minutes of play here inside the El Paso Coliseum Event Center. Brent Severin, period 2. What did we see?
We saw a hard-nosed defenseman pass it to a hard-nosed forward. And right there, O'Brien comes down. Beautiful pass from Ilya Lyubushkin to Liam O'Brien. They puts it in. And then the nifty little move to kick off right in front of the net. And there is the big man, Fisher, in front of the net. He puts it away. And the Stars aren't done. They come up, they find a seam in the defensive posture of Arizona, and Ty Dellandrea, the young winger, comes in and puts one away.
We got a tie hockey game with 1 period left, but because it's preseason, regardless of the outcome or how this third period goes, there will actually be a shootout at the end of this contest. Both head coaches have opted to do that. That is a new thing you can do in the preseason. The Dallas Stars have done it after, I think, each of their last 2 preseason games. Arizona, they're looking to push their preseason record to 4-0 in this 3-3 standoff right now as we're ready to go at center ice. So there will be bonus hockey of some kind after this one, whether it's warranted and earned or if it's simply just because that's how the situation rolls out. But Jamie Benn brings it in for the Stars, leading this one to Seguin, and the drop pass got past him. So angled back out to neutral. Arizona in their whites, Dallas in their greens. We're at the El Paso County Event Center in El Paso, Texas. Third period of our Kraft Hockeyville matchup between these two teams. Managed here by Ryan Suter of the Stars. Both teams shifting out personnel. Fox is stepping in for Dallas. And watched by Soderstrom. Off the back and a one-time shot by Guryanov, kicked away. As the puck squirts in front, swallowed up by the goaltender, Kozhinash. And a face-off back inside the Coyote zone.
You know, both coaches, both organizations, this is the time when you're really looking to see who can step up, with players trying to find their role and trying to make their the teams. They want to see who's going to step up in these situations and lead their squad to victory. It's an important time. I know the Stars had trouble with the 1-goal games. Phoenix, from their new coaching staff, is looking for guys that will really step up and make big plays in these situations.
Clayton Keller moving up ice for Arizona, puts on the brakes. Merrill Haskinen watching him, and now Alex Galchenyuk cutting through the middle of the zone, flushed out to the corner. Coyotes maintain control, and effort from the blue line was blocked. Here's Raffle as he's upended hard, taking the hit at center ice. And now in comes Radek Faksa, who did not like the shot. It was Provolnev that dropped Michael Raffle. Provolnev has pulled out of things quickly. Michael Raffle being looked at in front of the Dallas bench right now by the Stars trainer, Dave Zeiss.
Raffle coming through the middle of the ice, looking at the puck, and the big man steps up. Provolnev. I was talking to the staff for the Arizona Coyotes, and they told me about Provolnev coming up and stepping up. He's always chasing those big hits, and right there in an exposed position, the newcomer for the Dallas Stars, Raffle, reaching for the puck as he takes the hits. The referees are going to have a look at this one as well.
Vladislav Provolnev coming over from the KHL, 26 years old, as Raffle appears to be okay. Getting back on the Stars bench, but Sevy, as you said, a big body out there, 6'3", 200-pound defenseman. And with this Arizona team and the opportunities that are available, I mean, there is a chance for some heavy minutes for a player like him to get. You have a player like Jacob Chychrun who can wheel things offensively. Gostisbehere is going to be looked at for the same thing, but who's going to be, you know, the guy who lugs the minutes defensively, who can provide that presence, that steadying effect on the blue line? Is it somebody like Provolnev?
Yeah, Rick Bowness is wondering why. First of all, there was no penalty, and very dangerous situation there for Raffle. Fully extended, and they're going to take him to the dressing room to give him a moment and check him out.
Imagine when you fall over backwards like that, you wonder how bad does the head hit the ice? Does it not quite make contact? And obviously so much more awareness about concussion protocols and keeping an eye on players. So pretty much standard procedure in a moment like that to see a player head to the locker room just to be evaluated further as the Coyotes control inside their own zone. We're a minute and a half into our third period, and it's a 3-3 hockey game. between the Stars and the Coyotes here. Thomas Harley, who's got one of those 3 goals for Dallas, leaves this one to Peterson, getting a half-hearted shot off down the slot. Fisher takes over for Arizona behind his net. He's a goal scorer for the Coyotes in this one as well. Riley Tufte, Blue Tiger trying to move in and apply some pressure. Well, it's Arizona free release down the slot. Here's an effort by Lyubushkin that's blocked. Well, the physicality picking up here a little bit early on in this third period, highlighted by that hit on Michael Raffl. Petrovic holding for Dallas. Makes it forward to Tufte. Denny wrestled the puck free from Lyubushkin. Ty Dellandrea in on the mix now as Marconi's forcing him down to the ice.
Yeah, interesting, even in a preseason game, you can see in a 3-3 game, the hitting's picking up a little bit, and each team trying to jockey for position physically.
And this is a Dallas Stars team that has not won a preseason game yet. They're still looking for their first win in preseason. And do the points matter in the grand scheme of things? No, but Seve, you talked about just the habits and trying to set yourself in a good place. Competitors want to win, and Dallas hasn't done that yet in their preseason schedule. Ryan's going to airmail the puck back to the Dallas line. Antoine Roussel will dump it in. Offside call against Arizona.
O'Brien and Jamie Benn having a few words at each other. O'Brien went after him right along the boards. Jamie Benn will take that any day.
He'll never pass up the invitation, Jamie Benn. He has not done that in his career in Dallas.
And you mentioned O'Brien, a bubble player here, trying to make the lineup. He's one of the guys that's in the rotation, trying to make that spot on the wing. As we mentioned here in Phoenix, opportunities for players to come in, and that's one way to get noticed by your coaching staff. Let's play that physical, hard, tough-nosed game.
Keller picking up the puck inside the Dallas zone. Pinned against the wall by Suter, but Chenyuk will keep play moving. Backhanded to the blue line. It was swatted away by Gurianov. He wanted to chase after it. Was obstructed with the crowd in front of him, but Radek Faksa brings it in. He'll funnel the puck in front. Handled here by Peterson now. A low shot sticked away by Kozanash. Suter cuts it off at the center ice logo. Gurianov retreats the puck to Klingberg. Off the bench comes Pavelski for the Stars. Pushing it ahead to Tufte in the circle. His wrister glancing off his stick and off the mark. Tufte following up. Back to Harley at the line. Over to Heiskanen. An effort tipped in front. Scores! Joe Pavelski was in front along with Ty Dellandrea. Somebody caught a stick on it.
You got the Coyotes running around a little bit, and it's the pass from D to D that will really open up the seam. Defense like to spread out as we see right there. And then as it's funneled toward the net, Pavelski was there. Bork was in front of the net as well. Maybe from this angle, have a look at it.
Looked like it was Maverick Bork that caught a piece.
And judging by the way he reacted, I would assume it would be him.
Maverick Bork has had a pretty good preseason for the Dallas Stars. He's set up a couple of goals. Now he's scored one of his own. He's received an extended look here. Junior hockey camps have started. So a lot of players at that level have been sent back out of their NHL training camps as we have another stoppage and a puck drop coming back inside the Dallas zone. But Dallas has now pushed their way back in front 4-3.
Yeah, that was given to Joe Pavelski, I believe. He's the one who started off the play to get the puck in. We're gonna see if they're gonna change that again. Not a good look from our angle of exactly where it was tipped.
Ben and Beagle on the puck drop. Beagle gets ahead of it. Soft wrister gloved out of the air by Jake Ottinger. Gene Beagle actually began his professional career playing in the ECHL for Dallas's assistant coach Derek Laxdal as more extracurricular activity continues during the stoppages. It doesn't feel like a preseason game right now. It doesn't.
And O'Brien is the guy that seems right into the middle of it. Again, you're trying to get under the skin of Jamie Benn. He'll oblige, and the fur will fly at some point.
The fans certainly here at the event center in El Paso have enjoyed the intensity ratcheting up in this third period.
You know, one thing for the Dallas Stars, they blew a lot of leads last year, 13 overall. I believe that was 5th worst in the NHL, so that's one area that they want to be stronger at. So again, real good test for them here in a preseason game to shut the door of the Coyotes team that is trying to make the push here.
Ottinger playing the loose puck, bouncing it up to Ty Dellandrea. He's a goal scorer tonight for the Stars. And the youngster flips the puck in. It bounced in front. It was nearly a loose puck there for both teams to hustle after. Instead, Arizona averts danger. They'll dump it the opposite way. Borgman with control. They'll push it forward to Tufte. Now Petrovic. Feed to Glendening. Steers it down behind the Arizona net. Dellandrea was getting there first, but knocked away. Coyotes will relay the puck the opposite direction.
You see that a lot. Teams are going to now stretch past even more when they're down. The Coyotes are really going to try to start sending their forwards, and that's why it could be dangerous. And here's what happened: the power play opportunity for the Arizona Coyotes.
Romanev tripped up at center ice. That brings the arm up and a face-off inside Dallas territory. They're going to get Denis Gurianov, Looked like he was heading to the penalty box. They're going to get Radek Faksa on the tripping minor. And that's a penalty killer for the Dallas Stars in the box. So an opportunity here for Arizona, who has a couple of power play goals already this evening. A big difference in this game right now has been the success of Arizona's special teams versus the lack of success for Dallas.
I don't see Raffo on the bench. In fact, says in the box, so that's 2 penalty killers not available for this kill.
They are going to keep the goal in Joe Pavelski's credit for the Dallas Stars, which has given Dallas this 4-3 lead. Arizona looking for the equalizer. Now Chenyuk leads it forward to Gostisbehere. And now moved out to Keller at the line. Back to Krause, the puck rolling free behind the Stars net. Suter trying to muscle it out. Galchenyuk leaned into by Jamie Benn. Still kept alive by the Coyotes. They're looking to retrieve as it's locked up in the corner. Benn and Suter in for the Stars. Boyd poking it away for Arizona. Gostisbehere keeps it alive at the blue line. Finally, it squirts out to neutral ice. Jamie Benn wanted to chase after it. Couldn't get there in time.
Yeah, Ben and Glendening out of gas on that one, so it's great that they were able to get the puck out of their zone, get the change, force the offside call.
A minute to go in the man advantage for Arizona. 2 for 3 on the power play this evening are the Coyotes. Christian Fischer will lean in against Tyler Seguin. Yashkin and Yannick flanking Fischer, but the Stars win the draw and clear it out. Yannick and Fischer connected on the second power play goal in this game for Arizona. As Fischer possessing in the corner. Toe picked his way down onto the ice. Picked up by Peterson. Mail it the opposite direction. Bandage here by Soderstrom out to neutral ice. Now Yannick looking to carry in. Shooting the puck wide. And being here by Kolyachonok. Pavelski taking it back for the Stars.
Yeah, it's just dying. The power play for the Arizona Coyotes dying underneath the bottom of the circle. The Stars are recovering. Not a lot of speed entering the zone as well, so still trying to fine-tune their specialty teams in this area on this power play.
Arizona looking for a chance as the puck rolled free in front. Kicked aside by Ottinger. Looked like he caught a leg pad on it. Liam O'Brien was the one who located that puck in traffic. Now Pavelski letting things to Radulov as the power play has expired for Arizona. And then Alexander Radulov immediately trips up an Arizona player, so we've got the delayed call. Well, actually, it looks like the arm went back down, excuse me. Seguin trying to force things free defensively. Amama keeps it free from him. Some puck swatted away by Tyler Seguin. Now Amama with control for Arizona.
Yeah, you want to try to establish the forecheck in this situation. But the Stars, you can see, every time that the puck's dumped in, it's good support, good reads, and they'll get out of the zone. Where they're having trouble is from here, from the red line in and doing something. It looks like they're sitting back a little bit in this game and trying to wait for something to happen. Off the boards right there.
And it's Kuryanov looking for a chance from a tight angle. We're about 8.5 minutes into our third period of play. The Coyotes on the rush up ice. It's Galchenyuk. It's stabbed away by the stick of Heiskanen. Heiskanen looking for some open ice to retreat. Takes it himself behind his own net. Galchenyuk will back off. Both teams will shift out personnel. Heiskanen wraps it around the end wall. Comes back to him at center ice. We're going to have a shootout once again after this game, regardless of the outcome. Because it is a preseason contest, both coaches have opted to have a shootout round here in El Paso. Delandria looks to step in for the Stars. Carries it behind the net.
For the Coyotes, they'd love to have some of their top scorers. Phil Kessel is hurt and not in the lineup. Jacob Chychrun, who played last night, did not play today. And Connor Garland is gone. So those are your top three scorers that are not in the lineup in today's tilt.
Shot off the rush, never made it on net. Caught a stick defensively, then centered through the blue paint. And Glendening looking to stab it back out to center ice. Coming up on the halfway point of our third period, 4-3 Dallas. Joe Pavelski with the go-ahead goal on a redirect in front earlier in this frame. Ryan's going to shoulder Petrovic into the boards to knock the puck free. Spun around by Roussel, back to Soderstrom. Eagle trying to pull it out of the air. It rolls free in front of the Stars net. Petrovic with possession. Pavelski trying to angle it in. Peterson's going to get there first. Tied up by Soderstrom. Arizona losing control behind their own net as it pinballs its way in front. Stars with a look, but couldn't increase the danger factor.
Joe Pavelski, one of the things we don't talk a lot about him is his ability to forecheck effectively. Talk about tipping in front of the net, scoring goals on the power play, but he's really good at sectioning off defensemen from the other side.
Here's Clayton Keller creating a chance, looking to go between the leg pads, and Jake Ottinger shuts the door on the rush. So a close call there for the Stars as Arizona was picking up some steam. And we are going to have a timeout on the ice. When we come back, we're going to talk with Corey Herman. He is the owner of the El Paso Rhinos junior team here. He is the man behind the Kraft Hockeyville initiative coming to El Paso. It's Dallas leading 4-3.
There is hockey in Latin America, and they have the passion that we all have here in North America for this game. Anytime they have an opportunity to bring out their flag and cheer for their country, they're going to do it.
Hockey's definitely.
Well, because it was an icing call, they waved off the media timeout, so play continuing here is a shot on net by Kozanash was swallowed up. More pushing and shoving after the whistle. The linesmen try to keep everybody separated, and now we will get that timeout on the ice. So as the Stars have this 4-3 lead with 8:38 left in our third period, we will talk with Corey Herman coming up next.
There is hockey in Latin America, and they have the passion that we all have here in North America for this game. Anytime they have an opportunity to bring out their flag and cheer for their country, they're going to do it.
Hockey's definitely changing. We're seeing a lot more diversity, and it's exciting.
Hockey es para todos.
What's the difference between good and great? Good treats you like a customer. Great treats you like a friend. From saving your haircut details and clip notes to saving you time with online check-in, Great Clips makes your life easier, just like a great friend should. Great Clips, it's gonna be great. What's the difference between good and great? Good tries to get it right every time. Great actually does. With clip notes, we save your haircut details so you always get exactly the look you want. Great Clips, it's gonna be great.
NHLShop.com, the official online store of the National Hockey League, and the world's largest selection of officially licensed NHL fan gear, with unique one-of-a-kind designs by Fanatics, Adidas, and all the latest styles for every NHL team. Don't miss out. Shop now and get today's special offer. NHLShop.com, a Fanatics experience.
Back here in El Paso for the Kraft Hockeyville matchup. Dallas leading Arizona 4-3 in this preseason tilt. And we bring in Corey Herman, who is one of the key figures behind El Paso winning the Kraft Hockeyville contest. Corey, first of all, congratulations. Glad to have you. You're the owner of the El Paso Rhinos. You're a former player here in the area, but you're the Zamboni driver. We're watching you between periods get the standing ovation from the crowd. You are the jack of all trades here in El Paso when it comes to hockey, it sounds like.
Oh, no, thank you very much. Yeah, I had to jump on the Zamboni tonight, so, but it was a new one, so it was pretty easy to drive.
Hey, you told us this morning that you've touched every area of this building, and you were telling me about the mobile minis and the circus tents you had for dressing rooms. That's changed a bit, hasn't it?
Oh yeah, like the very first year we had to have little mobile minis outside to, you know, for the youth hockey program to dress in. And then that following year, when the junior team came, that's when we had the circus tent, you know, up back here in the corner because the locker rooms outside weren't ready yet. So yeah, it's changed a little bit in here, that's for sure.
Arizona controlling in their own zone with 8 minutes to go in the third period. Corey, with this 8-minute mark left of the third period, look, now that you've had a chance to just sort of breathe, all the building and the circumstance and getting everything ready is done, the game's been going on, where's the relaxation factor? Have you been able to enjoy this, or are you still stressed out a little bit just because of how big this event has been for you guys?
This has been a massive event, and it's stressful, but, you know, sit back and take a deep breath, and it's unbelievable.
Hey, Corey, in the middle of the ice, there's something at center ice that you implanted in this ice surface. Canadians are going to know what you're talking about, but tell the fans what you have going in the middle of the ice here in your arena.
Oh, we have our lucky toonie in the middle of the ice.
What's a toonie?
A toonie's the $2 coin in Canada. There's a loony, and then there's a toonie. But yeah, that's been in the ice for about, I think, five or 6 years now.
How did that tradition start? You decided to put a coin in center ice. What made you make that decision? Where did that coin come from?
Well, my youngest brother put it in there 1 year, and we ended up winning the championship. Or actually, and we won the national championship. So then we just decided to keep it in to, you know, bring us some more good luck.
Puck in the corner of the Arizona zone as both teams go to hunt for it. 7 minutes now left in our third period, and the Stars holding on to this 4-3 lead of this Kraft Hockeyville matchup between these two teams. We are going to go to a shootout afterwards, regardless of everything. But Corey, as we look around this building, we've heard about some of the improvements and obviously the issues with the roof, the upgrades to the bathroom, the breezeway. Just in terms of that type of project and the construction that's had to go on, how long did this all take, and when did you guys finally have this completed and you've been able to finally enjoy, you know, the benefits of getting the Kraft Hockeyville game?
So when we found out we won Kraft Hockeyville, we started construction in about like I'd say at the end of September and October, and you know we put that Arctic cap on the roof, did the insulation in the roof, we replaced all the arena lights to LED, built the 2 breezeways, and then we completely redid the bathrooms, and it's been unbelievable. This was the first year we're allowed to be open year round. So it's huge for our youth hockey program, huge for our junior program, just all our programs. It's been fantastic.
Hey, we're so impressed with the people here and how much they have a passion for hockey. This is a pretty cool surrounding for you, for a guy from Saskatchewan to come here and create a hockey program That's got to be pretty cool for you.
Oh, that's Saskatchewan farmer.
I like it.
But no, it's great. Like, I'm so excited for our fans. You know, we're so fortunate and thankful for our fans because, you know, our fans help us, you know, recruit players, and they just make this such a great place to play. And if it wasn't for our fans, we wouldn't have won Hockeyville. And you know, this I hope that, like, by bringing this game here, I hope the fans have a great time, and I'm sure they will. But we're super excited for our city. We're proud of our city, and, you know, we're just proud to be in El Paso. You know.
Corey, I'm going to put you on the spot. I know that you're probably still processing a lot of everything that's gone on, but it's been basically a week-long celebration here in El Paso. I want you to give me a moment where you were just able to finally look at this and say, oh my gosh, I can't believe we've done this. Tell me about one moment this week that just sort of made you stop in your tracks for a moment to appreciate what you've been able to pull off here.
Well, I'd have to say, you know, right after practice, we were, you know, just sitting on the ice and you know, we're fixing some glass, and we kind of come off, and, you know, the ice is ready for the big game. And, you know, that was the time where it's like, wow, this is going to happen. So that was the moment right there.
6:37 to go as the puck drop in the Stars zone is tied up. Corey Herman. Corey, thank you very much for taking the time. Congratulations, you know, not just for the success of this event, but you've built a real hockey community here in El Paso. You know, you were a player with the old El Paso Buzzards, so you have seen this grow really from the ground up. Congrats to you and your staff on all of this.
No, and thank you. And, you know, I'd like to thank our staff. We have an unbelievable staff, and you know, if it wasn't for them too, like, you know, things wouldn't work the way they do. And you know, thank you guys, and this was an unbelievable event, unbelievable.
Go enjoy the rest of the game. Congratulations.
All right, thanks, guys.
Corey Herman, the owner of the El Paso Rhinos junior hockey team, former player, started the youth hockey program here, and one of the key members in the campaign for El Paso to get the Kraft Hockeyville game between the Stars and the Coyotes here at the Events Center. Still 4-3, 5:43 to go in our third period. The Stars are looking to try and close this one out for their first preseason win, and now we've got a fight at center ice. This is between, well, it looks like it's Radulov in there with Yannick. This has been building. It's been a physical third period as Radulov is tied up a little bit. Yannick trying to go over the top, and the linesman will step in and separate the two. Brent Severin, it has been a physical third period, and Jan Yannick it was Ryan Suter he was tied up with a little bit, but Alexander Radulov is the one who, well, drew the short straw and went toe-to-toe with him.
Yeah, you could just feel it coming, though. Like, as we were having that interview with Corey, the hitting was picking up, guys were running around, and then all of a sudden it exploded. And something we don't see very often is Radulov dropping the gloves and going at it. Yannick has been all over the Stars. You know, he's a guy that looks like he likes to get underneath the skin of the opponent. He's the one who initiated contact with this, and no blood, no foul is what we say.
You know, and for players looking for roles, there's also a lot of guys that have been competing at the American Hockey League level trying to crack the roster, and Jan Yannick is one of those players. Third-round pick for the Coyotes back in 18. 14 points in 29 games last season with the AHL affiliate of the Coyotes, the Tucson Roadrunners. Player like that knows there's roster spots up for grabs, and you need to figure out a way to find that role for yourself. As Jan Yannick and Alexander Radulov pick up the fighting makers. Now Peterson looking to force a turnover for Dallas in the corner of the Arizona end. He'll come up with it behind the net, backhands it in front, swatted away by the goal stick of Kozhinash. Peterson has it tied up against the boards. We are going to get a penalty for a high hit, I believe. Austin Krause gets the elbowing signal from the referee. And Gord Dwyer will put him in the penalty box for the next 2 minutes. So 5:04 to go in our third period. It's a 4-3 score favoring the Dallas Stars, and they are on the man advantage when we come back here in El Paso.
There is hockey in Latin America, and they have the passion that we all have here in North America for this game. Anytime they have an opportunity to bring out their flag and cheer for their country, they're going to do it.
Hockey's definitely changing. We're seeing a lot more diversity and exciting.
todos.
This one's for every NHL fan who spends more time yelling "shoot" than singing their team's goal song. You've compromised enough. Pepsi Zero Sugar.
If you've got a passion for pumpkin, you've got to pick these up. Our new pumpkin cream cold brew topped with velvety pumpkin cream cold foam, delicious pumpkin spice signature latte, and perfectly pumpkin donuts, munchkins treats, and more. That's how we pumpkin at Dunkin'. America runs on Dunkin'.
All I can say is absolutely wow. What a pass and what a goal. Whoa, well stop ball. Incredible goaltending. He scores! Unbelievable!
All the news, scores, stats, and highlights. If it's hockey, it's here. The official app of the NHL.
Back at the El Paso County Event Center in El Paso, Texas, the 2020 Kraft Hockeyville game closing down. 5 minutes to go in our third period. A 4-3 advantage for the Dallas Stars, and they are back on the power play. An elbowing minor against Lawson Krause has put Dallas on the man advantage, and the Stars could use a power play goal right now. They are 0 for 4 on the man advantage this evening. Funneled towards the net by Gurianov from the middle of the ice. He comes back to Suter now at the line. Touched back to him. Gives it to Heiskanen. Looking for the crossing feed to Tyler Seguin. That pass tipped aside. Gurianov down to Ben behind the net. Heiskanen snaps off a wrister, bouncing out to Seguin. Scores! The rebound chance and a power play goal for Dallas makes it 5-3.
We can really feel that one coming, right? The Stars were moving that biscuit around quite well. Again, it all started from behind the net and eventually ended up to Seguin. We had mentioned we're looking for the go-to guys, the game changers to finish this one off, and Tyler Seguin off to that right side. You can see it kick off the goaltender and then right to that dot area where Seguin loves to spend his time, and he puts it in quickly, and a real nice job by the Stars to get the 2-goal lead.
So a 5-goal outburst for the Dallas Stars as they are searching for their first preseason win, 0-1-2. Entering tonight's game, Arizona 3-0 in the NHL preseason entering this contest. As Miro Heiskanen will skate things in. Michael Raffl back on the ice. Good to see that as he took a heavy hit early in this third period. Left the ice to be examined further in the locker room. But now back out taking a shift, which is a great sign for the Dallas Stars, and a hand pass called against Dallas. Freezing play. We are going to go to a shootout at the end of this game, regardless of whether overtime is needed or whatever the outcome is.
What a great job by Arizona on the penalty kill for most of this game, and then breaking down there. You feel with the Stars, they changed their look a little bit on the power play, more to the low play, which seemed to scramble up the Arizona penalty killers. And Rick Bowness and his crew very happy to see that.
Arizona has not given up a ton of power play goals in the preseason. Now 17 of 20 in their 4 preseason games on the PK. It's controlled here by spun around the end wall of the Dallas zone. Borgman laying the body, trying to knock it loose. Playing it from his rear end was Kolyachonok. Tuffy looking to tip it out, lancing off the top of the glass. Held in by Boyd. Petrovic trying to tap it free. Lancing off to Radek Fox, and he'll lift it out to center ice. Tuffy trying to settle down the bouncing puck. Instead it's corralled by Boyd. Arizona with possession. Managed here by Kolyachonok.
Stars now back off a little bit and try to create a little bit of havoc in the neutral zone. No longer have to push the pace up front with their forecheck.
The bouncing puck in the middle of the Dallas zone, batted out of the air by Peterson. He'll survey the land in front of him, carrying out. Now we've got a fight breaking out as O'Brien goes after Petrovic for an open ice hit. Back in the Dallas zone as O'Brien's going to be spun down to the ice after Petrovic connects on a couple. O'Brien doing the same.
O'Brien was stepping in to get Borgman as he stepped in on someone else, and Real good hits all over the ice. The defensemen from both sides here. Arizona and the Stars stepping up. And you're going to see it come right here. 6 comes through the middle of the ice, steps in. And that's when O'Brien wanted to get at Borgman, but Petrovic, the bigger defenseman, gets in there and chucks some knuckles with O'Brien. He's been all over the map in today's game, so definitely making a push to play on this Arizona team.
I said it before, it has not felt like a preseason game, especially in this third period. As Rick Bowness is discussing things right now with Gord Dwyer, the referee. This is a hard-working Arizona team, Sevy, similar to their identity last season. They would just physical kind of workhorse you through games, and they are a team that was right in the playoff hunt in the West Division with everything changed around with the different alignment because of COVID. But a team that's kind of their identity, and a lot of these core players, even though they made all the changes they did, kind of bringing that identity into this game, they have to outwork teams to earn their points and try and stay competitive, it feels like.
Yeah, Coach Tarney, it's like our team. I played with the team in Florida in the first year of its inception, and we were, again, castaways. And we had to play as a team. We had to play together. We were written off, but we found a way to do it as a team, and that's what Coach Tierney is trying to do, is bring this group together, get some good leaders, and hopefully through hard work and discipline, win some hockey games in this tough Central Division.
Keller operating for Arizona out to center. Just under 3 minutes to play in our third period. Rolls free into the corner. Galchenyuk spins it around back to Soderstrom. They're going to get the extra attacker now for the Coyotes with 2:47 to go. Kozanash is at the Arizona bench. Redirection effort knocked away by Ottinger. Handled here by Keller now. To Soderstrom. Keller at the top of the circle, lays it down low. Galchenyuk relaying things up high. Back to Keller and back to Galchenyuk. Finally a shot with bodies in front, butterflied away by Ottinger. Puck returned around the boards, back to Galchenyuk.
We got a key on Gostisbehere on this.
Centering feed, swatted away but not out. Keller holding. Soderstrom. Back to Keller. Soderstrom's one-timer low on the ice again. That one knocked away. Jamie Benn for the Stars with the help of Tyler Seguin will clear it out. And Seguin took a shot from Yashkin. He didn't like it and gives him a bit of a hack.
A little sword fest going on in the neutral zone.
It's getting chippy. It's no longer a charity game to support a youth hockey program. This is just a preseason hockey game with two teams that are getting pretty intense.
Good old-time hockey.
So loose behind the Dallas net as Thomas Harley will pick it up and dump it out. 90 seconds to go as the whistle brings us an icing call. 5-3 lead for the Dallas Stars with a face-off coming back in their own zone. Once again, a shootout at the end of this one. Between the Stars and the Coyotes, both coaches opting for that, something we've seen in the preseason around the NHL.
You know, the way it's looking out there, it's old-time hockey. You go back to the Southwest Senior Hockey League. Mike Cousins actually played for the Amarillo Wranglers in the Coliseum behind us. So they played this kind of hockey, and it's the reason I started it. And without Mike Cousins, I would have never got my name on the Stanley Cup. So they played here in this type of hockey. Pretty and tough.
Shot by Boyd sailing high. There's been a lot of hockey played in this part of the country. You wouldn't think it, but it has been there. That's why it's been wonderful to see a city like El Paso be recognized here in the Kraft Hockeyville game. Shot up high goes one. A minute to go in this third period as the Stars look to push this one to the finish line. Foxa out to center. He's got the empty net moving in, and he will bury that puck right through the skates of Kolyachonok. 6-3 Dallas.
Stars set up a real good presence in front of the net. You know, both teams practice this, whether it's a sixth player, Arizona Coyotes, or the Dallas Stars trying to protect it. They have patterns, but Arizona just did not get to the middle of the ice at all in that little foray of 6-on-5.
So Kozanash back in net for the Coyotes. With 49.3 seconds left in the empty net goal. puts the bow on this one for the Dallas Stars. It'll be their first preseason win. It will be Arizona's first preseason loss. With a face-off back at center. Klingberg holding for Dallas, dropping this one back to Suter now. Riley Tufte will steer it in behind the Arizona cage. Once again, we will have a shootout between these two teams after the horn sounds on this one. Boko Imama banks it in off the glass. Klingberg stepping around 1-4 checker, looking for some space. Bork, 18 seconds left. He'll drop it back to Klingberg. Imama looking to muscle it away from him, unsuccessful. So the Coyotes will sit on this one behind their own net as the final seconds tick away on this 2020 Kraft Hockeyville contest. The Dallas Stars take the win in El Paso, 6-3 over the Arizona Coyotes, and an entertaining one to say the least for a lively crowd to say the least here at the El Paso County Events Center. We'll stay right here with the shootout coming up next, but Brent Severin, great game, great event, great game, and a great week here in El Paso.
Yeah, I love what we saw here this week. Eye-opening for me. You talk most of the players, and they say, well, we got to Google where El Paso was. Well, they're going to know where it is, and we know now. And after this broadcast, people will know that this is a great hockey town with a rich history in hockey, and they've got an arena here that kids for many years will come and play. And because of Hockeyville, Kraft Hockeyville makes this a possibility, and a lot of kids and hockey players throughout the summer and winter will be playing here and enjoying our great sport.
The Stanley Cup has been paraded around El Paso. They've had learning to play clinics with alumni from both teams. They had a Q&A session with a couple of players from each team.
They had us show up.
Which was very kind of them because we have certainly enjoyed our stay in El Paso. Our crew behind the scenes has been absolutely fantastic. While we've got this break in the action, it's important to recognize them. The makeshift scaffoldings for cameras and different setups and running cables to turn what was essentially a rodeo barn converted to a hockey rink over these years, and to make it into a broadcast for the Kraft Hockeyville game. Phenomenal job done by the staff here on our broadcast. We talked with Corey Herman, the staff here in the building, the El Paso Rhinos junior hockey team of the North American Hockey League. They sort of spearheaded the charge to get this Kraft Hockeyville campaign in El Paso. So we are just about ready for the shootout. It'll be Dallas shooting first. And Radek Fox is the one who will score, or excuse me, the one who will shoot. Dallas would like him to score.
And the puck is on the toonie, ready to go.
On the toonie, ready to go. We learned that from Corey Herman. Fox from center going wide. Rusik going upstairs, waiting out the goaltender, Kozhinash.
Kozhinash has to go down on this one. Radek Fox, he's got some sweet hands. He delays, holds, and he fires it over the pads of the Arizona goaltender.
Clayton Keller will step up now for Arizona. So he'll try to even things up in this first round. Slowing down. And it's swatted aside by Jake Ottinger as Keller ran out of real estate moving in. Didn't know if he knew which way he wanted to go on that charge set.
I don't know if it exploded off him because of the ice down there, but for Clayton Keller, Arizona fans know he's a guy that's going to be relied on heavily for offensive production in these types of situations and during the game.
Here's Jacob Peterson, who's gotten a lot of looks in preseason hockey, and stuffs it through the leg pads of Kozhinash. Little shift there at the very end to force it through.
Peterson's been impressive, I think, in camp and in his exhibition games, both offensively and defensively. We show a little stuck handling acumen there.
Lawson Krause for Arizona. Can he score to keep them alive? He's forced away by Jake Ottinger. So with the 2 goals from Dallas and then the stop from Ottinger.
The game is over.
Well, there's a bit of a delay. The math said the shootout was done, but a little confusion on both sides. I'm sure the fans here would have loved to have seen it continue rolling on. But the Dallas Stars, they win the shootout 2-zip. They win the game 6-3 over the Arizona Coyotes for this 2020 Kraft Hockeyville matchup and this preseason contest. And what was an entertaining week, an entertaining game, and Sebby, an entertaining experience here in El Paso. Had a great time doing it with you.
Yeah, it's great, and I think that's what we're going to see from the Arizona Coyotes, a hard-working, grinding team from the Dallas Stars. They got to put up some offense in this. That's what they're looking to do to get in their game. So both clubs, I think, are going to go back, reevaluate, and move forward. But, buddy, this was a great one. Thanks for coming out.
And after what we saw in this contest, these are also two teams that are back in the Central Division together. So we will see what the season series looks like between Arizona and the Dallas Stars. It has been a fun one, but that will close it up on Craft Hockeyville here in El Paso. Thank you for tuning in. For Brent Severin, for the crew, I'm Brian Ray. Have a great night.